Royal Ramble Radio.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Royal Ramble Radio. I'm your host, Bryan P. Schmidt. We're not back to wait for it today. We're just going P. Schmidt today. Any comments there?
I don't understand why you're waiting for it. Like you've been, you're not waiting for it because we've been waiting for you so long, and now you just want to flip the script on us, Bryan.
It's called no selling.
That's not no selling. I still got to teach you the terms.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Anyway. Welcome to the Royal Ramble Radio. I'm your host, Bryan P. Schmidt, and as with always, with me to my right-hand side in a new studio.
That's right.
We're in a different studio today.
We should nickname this studio.
This is. How
about Studio CS? Wait, hold on. Studio C.
How about the Studio of Obsolescence?
No, we're not going to do a Matt Hardy gimmick.
Why not?
Because Matt Hardy has his own gimmick.
No one understands how hard it is to be him.
How about we just call it the other studio?
Okay, we'll call it the other studio.
There you go. So we're in the other studio today, guys. And we're happy to be here with you. I am Tristen Law. And to my left-hand man is Mr. Bryan, not wait for it, P. Schmidt,
That's
this
right.
week. And I'm glad to have you here, pal.
It's good. It's my last show before I take the wonderful journey to Gen Con.
You want to let me press buttons next week, huh?
Yeah, you're gonna. No, actually, Steve James from Capital is gonna come press buttons. I don't trust you yet.
Well, you don't trust me, Bryan?
Well, I do.
Fair enough.
My wife did make you food, so that does mean.
Oh, did she?
Oh, she did, and you'll be eating it live in the second hour, right?
Okay, no problem. I sure will. Thanks, Rose. So we have on the phone today, guys. We're going to have Kevin Apollo from American Colosseum Wrestling on the phone with us.
He's on the phone right now.
That's right. He's on the phone with us right now. And Apollo, what's going on, man?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me. You know, it's good, man. Anytime I get to talk to you guys, it's always a pleasure. So thanks for having me on. Let's kill it.
Yeah, let's definitely kill it. So what's going on this weekend for you guys?
Oh, what's going on for me?
What?
No. I'm talking to him.
Oh.
You get your gimmick later on in the show.
Sorry. I'm a wrestler. I like to put myself over.
Yeah,
Sorry, Kev. What's going on this week for you?
That's all right, man. So we've got what's going to be our fifth show. It's called Really Big Brian Burgundy's Really Big Birthday Bash.
Wait.
So it's another TV taping for Nothing Else on TV. It's got a special theme to it because frankly, coming out of our first show, Brian Burgundy kind of became like an out of nowhere, darling for the kids.
Yeah.
And this weekend happens to be his birthday, so we're going to do a nice pre-show at 2:00 with a big birthday theme, lots of games and prizes for the kids. And then at 3:30, we're going to kick it off with our very first Battle Royal, which will kind of determine your placement in our world title tournament, which I get to call a world title tournament due to our affiliation with our friends over in the UK that I announced on our Facebook page, if you happen to see it. So, got a lot of big things coming on. Everything we're going to do in year 2 is going to lead to a big event that we're going to call the Primus, because, we're going to stick with that Coliseum theme.
Right.
You know how that goes. Can't go changing gimmicks in the middle of nowhere without any reason, but, it seems to be working. We're having fun with it, so it's just a lot of exciting stuff going on right now.
So, Kevin, you guys are based out of Rockland County. Is it within your future plans to expand outside of Rockland County, possibly to North Jersey or other places in New York?
That's what I'm hoping for. Listen, New York is awesome. Rockland County, it's my home. Suffering Central, it has been really good to us, but, if you're going to survive in business, you got to move out there. So, I'm looking to kind of see what's going on in the upper part of the Hudson Valley. Maybe it's on the other side of the bridge. We got some plans to go into Connecticut, and then maybe we'll start poking around New Jersey as well.
Ooh.
It's wherever people want to see ACW, I'm willing to pack up that ring truck and drive it to wherever it is people want to see us at. So, I'm hoping the future is pretty bright for us, and we get to go. We get to kind of go wherever people want to see us. I'll even go to Tennessee if someone's willing to pay.
Wow.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
So for our listeners listening so far, we have Mr. Kevin Apollo, the owner of American Colosseum Wrestling, on the phone. And this Saturday, July 27th, at the Hillburn Youth Center. The address is 77 5th Street, Hillburn, New York. And he's talking about the show. The pre-show starts at 2 p.m., and the real show starts at 3:30 p.m. For those of you guys watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, thanks for joining us.
Twitch.
You could actually look on the lower part of your screen, and you could actually see that we're giving you the information. So go ahead and take a screenshot real quick. Yeah, there you go. Take a screenshot so you guys have it for your reference.
So you mean a 5-second pose?
Not a 5-second pose, Brian.
Oh.
No switching gimmicks in the middle. Remember, like what he said.
Okay, sorry.
So Kevin, so what's the premise behind the show? Like, how did this turn into a birthday show and then turn into a wrestling show where there's stipulations on the line?
Well, ACW in general, for me, it's really important that it is a family show, but it's got a lot of action to it. I try to tap into like that old school Memphis feel, but also, you got to let the athletes of today be athletes. So guys want to fly. The big thing for us is that it's good guys, it's bad guys. It's essentially a compressed, Marvel movie as best you can get it, right? Again, because we had such a strong family base, you got this Burgundy kind of out of nowhere. He was that super underdog that people really responded to, and we're coming out of our last event at the Suffering Community Center, where he finally got the big win over Justin Idol and Corey Dillinger. And you know what? We needed something to do before our title tournament.
Right.
So waiting for our belt to be made. And so you know what? Why not throw a birthday party? So we're gonna kick things off. And listen, I don't know how many people are gonna be there. I will try to get as many people as possible. Cake, because you can't throw a birthday party without giving people cake.
Cake is good.
Yes, I am promising cake, a battle royal. I downloaded an app that is picking competitors at random, legit.
Oh, like the wheel that you had on your Facebook page, right?
Yeah, the wheel that keeps popping up on our Facebook page and our Instagram.
Yes.
And it gets really frustrating when it picks the same person 5 times in a row.
So how many times did it pick John Tella? I thought I saw it pick him 3 different times.
Yeah, John Tella got picked 3 times. I'm like, listen, he's actually suspended because of his actions from the last show.
Whoa. So
I was able to kind of plug in top-notch athlete Tony Vega, who, he debuted in our January show and hasn't been available just kind of due to scheduling conflicts and the other show that he was at. The ring truck exploded on Route 17 and there was no show. So such is life. But Tony Vega's back. I'm really excited about that. Kid's a phenomenal athlete. You kind of see him doing his thing in other promotions in Jersey. But I would like for him to kind of get more attention out there, and I really think ACW is a good place for it.
Okay, well, cool. I mean, I know it's really hard to run wrestling shows. So you had the issue where where the ring truck blew up. But what are some of the other issues of running a show in New Jersey? Like, peel back the curtain for the fans so that they know.
Well, listen, I would, other than just kind of being respectful of some other promotions in New Jersey's actually, when you look at it compared to New York, it's kind of the Wild West. Doing anything in New York, as anybody who lives in New York knows, and New York loves its overregulation and fees for everything and anything moving. But on top of that, the rules are just ridiculous. Originally, the impetus for the show was we were going to do kind of a private event for Burgundy's family. He has a gigantic family. They're all coming into town for what was going to be this weekend. So we were just going to kind of film live from some property that they rented.
Right.
And then when I went to go inform, I was like, let me ask the state. And I found out that you have to have a doctor there. And not only does it have to be a doctor, it has to be a medical doctor. So it can't be a podiatrist.
Right.
It can't be a physician's assistant. It can't be a nurse practitioner. And you have to have the EMT. The EMTs do everything that the doctor does. And then you had to let the state know that you're doing it. So, so on top of paying for your, listen, just to kind of get started. If you were a brand new promoter, you said, hey, I want to kind of give this a shot.
All right.
It is depending on the kind of the kind of license that you want. It's $450 to $650
Right.
to get started.
Right.
Then you have to get a bond, which listen, I get it. In the olden days when promoters were scumbags, they would steal some, they would use
and
a show, they
and
would
not pay the boys.
Door.
All right.
Yeah, boys wouldn't get paid, so the bond is there to ensure that you get paid. These days, that's not something that can actually, really happen because you can sue someone into the ground.
All right.
But depending on the credit scores, things like that, the bond can be anywhere from $200 to $800.
Wow.
So before you even sold your first ticket, let's say you're on the lower end of things,
Well,
you're already at $1,000.
Well, Kevin, that's terrible. I mean, it's 2019 and we're getting a go home queue right now. But thanks for calling, brother. And it's ACW. It's the World Title Tournament qualifier. It's going to be at 77th Street, Hillburn, New York, Hillburn Youth Center this Saturday. Hey, Kevin, thanks for calling in, man.
Guys, thank you. I appreciate everything you do. The show looks awesome. Love the new visual component. Keep kicking butt. Hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks.
All right, take care.
And ladies and gentlemen, you had it on the phone. It was Kevin Apollo. That was Kevin Apollo from American Colosseum Wrestling joining us on the phone, talking about his little event that he had going on this weekend. I would have loved to have him on a little bit longer, but we were getting to go home queue.
Yeah, unfortunately, right now, where we are in the CSB, Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and they are running a final right now. So the Skype that we do use for our show was interfering. So I don't think anyone wants to get their stuff interfered on there.
No, not really.
I don't think so. Would you?
No, I probably wouldn't.
All right. No, I know I wouldn't. But anyway, so a lot of things happened this week.
Ooh, what happened?
We had a reunion of sorts on Monday night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they actually made
You had a family reunion?
No.
What'd you have, Brian?
We had the Raw reunion.
Oh, did you?
Yes, we did.
You had it by yourself?
Technically, I did.
No, you did not.
No, I didn't.
You had it with a bunch of other people. So, yeah, the Raw, like you said, we did have the Raw reunion.
Yep.
I think that, the Monday Night Raw is normally episodic weekly television. But
longest running episodic TV. Come on, get
sorry,
it right.
Michael Cole.
Get me right.
But this week was different.
It was different because they had a plethora of old school talent come back. And that means, and one we didn't know was going to be there, but I kind of called it, and actually we were chatting before we were live tweeting during Raw Reunion. I said they're selling the RVD thumbs there.
Right. You told me that,
and I was like, he's there if they're selling the thumbs. But you're like, you know what? It's rumor and innuendo. Right. It actually happens. So I'm like, okay, let's see what happens, and it did.
But we also got John Cena. John Cena came out there and did a little Rizzy rap. You like that, right?
Rizzy rap.
He did a little Rizzy rap with the Usos.
Okay.
Well, how did you feel about the rap? Do you listen to rap music, Brian? You don't have to lie. Don't work the fans.
Actually, I'm not working the fans. I do actually watch. I actually listened a couple of times. I've actually listened to. I can't even freaking talk right now.
You actually listened to rap a couple of times?
I've listened to rap before.
So do you consider yourself a fan of rap music?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the greatest rapper of all time?
Biggie Smalls.
Okay, my man.
Yeah, exactly. Bam,
my man.
Bam, please.
I thought you were going to say like Vanilla Ice or something else.
No,
Brian, stop. Brian, stop. People are watching. People are watching. Your mother's probably watching.
No, she's not.
Okay.
I know she's not. She's on a beach in Long Island somewhere. I have no idea.
But John Cena started off with the Usos. The 16-time world champion John Cena kicked off the Raw reunion. We didn't know John Cena was going to be there.
There was no confirmation on that either.
That's correct. He even threw in a little dig about somebody's mugshot.
And what happened 2 days later?
What happened 2 days later?
He got arrested again for DUI.
You're lying.
Check the sheets. It's there.
That's rumor and innuendo.
No, it's not rumor and innuendo. He was arrested at 3:04 a.m. this morning for a DUI.
Where?
In Tallahassee, Florida, or Tampa, Florida.
Wow. I mean, the thing that they say about The thing that they say about professional wrestling is that it's changed. You know,
Yes.
like guys used to go out to the bar after and go drink and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, now it just seems like, you know, what the room and innuendo is that guys go out to, you know, just play video games. That's it, you know?
Which is fine.
Right.
Which is perfectly fine. I play video games, which we have to talk a little bit after the show about something I want to do with our Twitch and YouTube. So
Okay.
we'll talk later
No problem.
about that. Spoilers for what's
But-
coming forward.
But, you know, obviously at this point, you know, it does seem like he has some kind of issue. You know, it'd be detrimental for him to lose his driver's license.
Well, the problem is, though, he's had one in Detroit where he basically squared up with cops, which, as we all know, is you don't do that.
Yeah, unless you're trying to get killed.
Literally. And I don't think he's had another one in Florida. I think this is his first offense in Florida. I don't know.
But I
can't-
am glad that the WWE is not holding him accountable for that, because he is, at the time of his alleged DWIs, you know, he is not working for the WWE.
No.
He's on his own time.
Yes, he is.
You know, if he was on a show and they said, hey, you know, go pick up some eggs or some, you know, for some pancakes
Eggs?
for the New Day. I don't know.
Eggs? Like,
I don't know. And if
Listen,
he-
at least he didn't get into a ring drunk, because that's happened before where someone's gone into the ring under the influence, and that's kind of ruined one of probably the greatest matches that should have ever happened in Impact.
Dude, I've wrestled people, and people have been, it's been speculated that they were under the influence, and I hate it so much. Like, I'm going to trust you to pick me up, pick my body up,
Yeah.
and to put me down like a gentleman, but you're drunk or you're high.
Yeah.
And you know, it's happened once or twice, and you know, I had to like protect myself in the ring. Like,
No, obviously.
you weren't going to pick me up or anything like that. But like, some guys just get, you know. Some guys, it's just like a party for them, you know. Like I don't know what it may be. I can't speak because I've never been a partier. I did drink like 2 Coronas doing Extreme Rules, and I was drunk.
Coronas?
Yeah, Corona Premier.
Coronas.
Premier. It's only 95 calories.
You don't drink whiskey?
No, I drink Corona. It's 95 calories.
No. Corona? We're not going to talk
Corona's
about that.
what?
Corona's pee.
What do you mean by it's pee?
It's pee.
Whose pee is it?
It tastes like pee.
No, it does. How do you know what pee tastes like, Brian?
I cannot confirm or deny anything that was self-incriminating evidence there.
That's a little bit too freaky deaky for me.
You never know. Anyway, you never know until you try.
But you know, I'm not a big party guy. You know?
I'm not either.
Like, I may have a beer. I'm getting ready to go to Toronto in a couple of weeks for SummerSlam, so I may have a adult beverage.
And a daddy soda.
Some people call them daddy sodas. That's right.
That's right.
Whoa. Somebody on Twitch just chimed in and said Corona's pretty shit. That's not nice.
That's my brother from another mother. Hi, Mike.
Oh, he's a beer snob checking in. Hold on, let me put my nose down.
Me.
But I like Coronas. They're only 95 calories.
Okay, you're looking at the calorie intake.
Thank
I'm
you.
looking at the taste.
Thank you.
And I prefer a nice IPA over a Corona.
All right, check it right now in the chat, people. Tell us what your favorite beer is.
Yeah, seriously. We never asked that question, but that's what we're going with right now. Favorite beer that you want. And if you're on Facebook right now, go ahead and ask. Answer, because you do. Exactly. You do you. Exactly,
Okay.
Mike. Exactly, Dave.
But anyway, we're going off topic. I am glad that they're not holding him. WWE's not holding him
Well, we
accountable.
don't know that yet.
But they did say that, you know, what he does outside of his work is, you know, is not reflecting on the company.
That's true, but having him employed by the company's kind of it all goes back to I would like to bring up Enzo, but Enzo's a completely different animal,
Right.
completely different animal than what Jimmy's doing.
Right.
So, but let's get off of that.
But I just want to say, instead of hitting the guy in his job and taking away his livelihood,
Yeah.
you know, maybe the issue sometimes is you just got to figure out the root cause. You know, figure out the root cause. Taking his job away from him is not going to help him.
Well, like a suspension or something like that.
But suspending him is not going to help him. If he
may.
has a genuine issue, it's not going to help him.
Okay, so
You know how many times I got suspended in school and I came back just as bad? Suspension don't mean nothing to me. I ain't afraid of no suspension.
Yeah, but
What are you going to do? Suspend him and tell him that he's not going to be on the road for a couple weeks, and you know he's going to miss a couple paydays? As long as he's not missing a pay-per-view, I think he'll be all right. I'm sure that he's smart enough to have money put away.
well, he is married to Trinity, so
I mean, the bad part about him getting suspended, though, is that he and his brother are a package deal.
exactly, and
So-
you're not going to use Jay on singles at all.
That's correct.
Unless one is actually hurt and him and Biggie actually roll together. So
Right.
So on Raw, I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'll answer the question.
You want to ask me a question?
I'm going to ask you a question.
Ooh, I like questions.
Which legend did you pop for coming back than anything else?
Can I be 100% honest?
100%.
Okay, I'm not going to. I don't want to sound corny,
Okay.
but I'm going to say Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
Yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out brought back so many memories for me from the late 90s,
Okay.
1999, 1998. You know, times that my mother told me I wasn't supposed to watch professional wrestling, and I still did either way. You know, a short story. There was the time when Goldust slapped Marlena.
Oh, I remember that.
And my mother busted up. My mother was in the room and saw that no son of mine will watch a woman get hit by a man. So I was forbidden. Not forbidden, forbidden.
Baden.
Yes, from watching professional wrestling. So I would have to sneak wrestling. I would have to turn it on with the volume like down to 3 and keep my face really close to the TV just so I can hear what's going on.
So meaning like, you know, what I did with ECW back in the day.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
And then when I would hear my mother come in, because I would hear her get
Click.
out. When I would hear her get out the bed, I would turn off the TV and go lay down in the bed. And she goes, "What are you doing?" "Oh, nothing." "Oh, nothing." She probably thought I was doing other things.
You know what? What are you doing? I'm looking at a scrambled TV screen.
Yeah, but Stone Cold Steve Austin was definitely the one that I popped for. I was very excited to see him there. How about you?
I popped for Alina.
Okay, talk about it.
She was one of my in the post Attitude Era. She was one of my favorite women professional wrestlers that was there because she actually had talent. She was agile. She knew how to work a match. So I was very happy when she came back. But that's me. I also popped for Santino Marella, but that's me.
Right. I did like the Cobra thing that they did.
Yes, the Cobra thing was fun.
Yes. Oh, what about your little friend?
Right.
And then he brought him up. And then who came along and it dropped?
That was Drew McIntyre.
Yes. Drew McIntyre and it dropped.
Yeah, it was just there was a lackluster, and there were a couple things I wanted to happen.
Right.
Really didn't. The one thing I did want to happen was actually, chat. If you want to see who you pop for more in Raw Reunion, put in the chat. And
Some people don't know what that means. Who were you more excited to see on a Raw Reunion?
I'm sorry.
There you go.
There you go. So there was one dream scenario that I had.
With Melina?
No. Well, yeah, but Rose is watching.
Okay. Hey, Rose.
Hi, Rose. Hi, honey. There was one dream scenario that I had that I wanted to see happen. And if it happened, good booking for them. If not, then I don't know what to do. So instead of Cena starting the show,
Okay.
you have Vince and Shane in the middle of the ring.
Okay.
Okay? Then after that, what you do is you have Austin come out like he did at Raw 25.
Okay.
And then Austin will just stare at him. They'll try and go banter back and forth. And then Owens' music hits. And then double stunner, walk out.
You know, I'm not a fan of that. It's not a bad idea, Brian, but I'm not a fan of it right now because right now everybody is saying that Kevin Owens is copying Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I think in order to reduce that, you need to keep Stone Cold Steve Austin in California and keep Kevin Owens in Montreal.
Which they did because they were filming a SmackDown house show at the same exact time as Raw Reunion. So a lot of people on the internet wrestling community was very upset about that. Very upset.
Steve was asking, does anyone else think that Alundra Blaze just finished her dinner shift? Right on, my man. Right on, Steve.
Oh wow, that's good, Steve. I like that.
You know, when I seen Alundra Blaze, and it's just like
I didn't even recognize her.
For me, I don't tie Monday Night Raw with her.
I don't either. I tie Nitro with her.
Yes,
I tie Nitro with
100%.
her with anything else, not Raw.
I remember first seeing Alundra Blaze on Superstars, and that's when I lived in Brooklyn as a kid, and we didn't have cable. Cable wasn't in our neighborhood yet.
You know what I thought who that was?
Who?
Initially, and actually Rose said that too. Is that Victoria? No, sorry, no. Right to Censor.
Oh, is it Molly Holly?
Not Molly Holly. Right to Censor.
Oh, you're talking about she just became in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yep. Somebody help Brian.
Ivory.
Ivory, yes.
I thought that was Ivory for a second. And I was like, Ivory?
Nope.
It was Alundra Blaze. I'm like, Medusa?
Right.
Really?
Right.
Okay. You know what? She doesn't even look like herself.
Right.
She looks like she's worn. I don't know.
I mean, maybe her husband is wearing her down.
He's in the military.
All the more reason.
But I just didn't like, and Melina became the ref for the freaking 24/7. By the way, there was 8 title changes of the 24/7 title. By the way,
Yes, and Pat Patterson is the oldest champion in WWE history.
Even though Briscoe looks older than him.
Hey, you know, sometimes it's not how you look; it's how old you feel.
Yeah, that's true. I just, and then Kelly won it, and then Candice Michelle won it, which I was kind of happy she was back, but. That's neither here nor there.
So let me ask you this: Brian, who were you not excited to see?
Honestly,
yes,
Booker T.
Why?
I think I've seen him a little bit too much over the last 2 years. I need a break.
Okay.
I was actually excited for Coachman when he came back.
You know what? I was not excited for him. I'm not a fan of the Coach.
Really?
You know why I'm not a fan of the Coach?
Why?
The reason why
my drink.
the reason why I am not a fan of the Coach is because he used to be a host on Busted Open Radio, and I was never a fan of him.
Really?
Yes.
He was on Busted Open?
Yes, he was on Busted Open for a little bit. When Bubba first started, and then they got Mark Henry there, and then Tommy Dreamer was there.
So basically went from Coach to Mark Henry?
Coach was almost like the fill-in guy. He would call him on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And I would hate those episodes so much.
Yeah.
Because the Coach, don't get it wrong, I've never met the Coach before, and I've never met him to say that he is not a nice guy.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's a really nice guy. But the person that he conveys on the television, I don't like him. Steve Logs is checking in and saying that Scott Hall is somebody he didn't like. Scott Hall did nothing for me.
So little thing that happened, little thing that came out after Raw. After Raw, there was a huge party.
I'm sure there was.
There was a huge party, and WWE specifically told Scott Hall not to go in the ring while Austin was doing his cheers. Scott Hall went into the ring because of Scott Hall and his alcohol dependency.
Okay.
So he still went in. Very nice guy, and Austin decided to drown Lillian Garcia in beer. I saw that picture. I was like, oh, okay.
There's actually a video on the internet on WB.com that you can see of the party still going on after.
Yeah,
it went
I saw
off the
that
air.
too. Yeah.
Not for nothing though. I think it was a really good time for everybody involved.
Yeah.
It looks like everybody had fun.
Yeah, I feel like everyone had fun, but was this a good? We're 2 weeks away from SummerSlam.
Right.
They're starting to set everything up for SummerSlam.
Right.
You had one setup for SummerSlam this week.
Right.
And that was Finn and The Fiend.
Oh, we definitely have to get into
we're
that.
going to talk about that in the next 5 minutes or so. But what else are we looking at for SummerSlam that are going to be the big matches besides Brock and Seth for the 80th bajillion time, a.k.a. the too many cooks syndrome?
So, you know, it's funny. WWE.com had a survey on their website about matches on SummerSlam, and you just had to rate, how interested you were in. And you know me, I'm a wrestling fan through and through.
I know who does those surveys too. I know who puts them out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've watched over 8 hours of professional wrestling this week. That includes Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT. I watched Ring of Honor. I have not watched Ring of Honor. I watched Capital Wrestling. I watched
Capital.
I watched some old stuff on the WWE Network. So I watched a lot of wrestling this week.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot what point I was going to make. That's the tough part about being a wrestler, right? What was I talking about before, Brian?
I have no idea.
Golly.
I think you need to go see a doctor for some concussion syndrome stuff.
I might.
You were talking about the pay-per-view, the SummerSlam.
That's okay. Yes. So the only match that I was, thank you, Brian. The only match that I was interested in to see, was the Fiend and Finn Balor.
Yeah.
That's the only match I'm interested to see. They asked me about the Bayley match, and who's Bayley wrestling?
She's wrestling Ember Moon.
Ember Moon?
Hold on. Someone's in the chat that should be working right now. Hey, LED. You're supposed to be here right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, LED's supposed to be here right now. He says he's watching with us on Facebook right now.
Oh, hey,
the
thanks for watching. Thanks for
watching, but you're supposed to be here.
Intern. We're supposed to get back rubs and, free hors
You're supposed to be
d'oeuvres
cooking up the food that Rose made for him.
That's right. Now I have to go microwave it myself. Look, my fingers don't even work.
No, they don't.
Actually, they do. So in 10 years, right, I'm sure there's going to be another Raw reunion, right?
If the way the ratings are going right now, there's probably going to be another one and another one and another one.
Who do you think will be on a Raw reunion in the next 10 years? Just give me 3 people.
Okay. Next 10 years, obviously Cena. Cena will probably be that. Hogan will walk out there somehow.
You know, Cena will be like 50, and Hogan will
Cena
be like 80.
Hogan will be like 80. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be in his 80s.
Cena will be in his mid
50s,
early 50s.
Maybe,
but he'll still look like he's 38.
You think so? Probably look like Jackie Chan.
Which he has a movie coming out. Did that movie already come out?
I don't know.
Who else? Oh, obviously Triple H is going to be there because he's basically going to be running the whole damn thing.
Okay.
Trying to think who else. I may get my Victoria that I've been wanting for how many years to come back. That's me.
Right.
That's me and think. But I just, if the Miz is retired, maybe the Miz.
Well, you know, there was a lot of people. There were some people there that were not retired.
I know. Alicia Fox.
Of course.
She's not retired.
Where has she been?
She, according, I'm not going to go rumor and innuendo, but she's been not performing because she has issues. I don't know what it is, but she has been off TV because of said issue, so we don't know what it is.
Okay. Well, for me, the next 10 years, who I would definitely see is definitely Roman. Definitely Roman.
Roman's how old? He's 28 right now, right?
No, Roman's not 28. Roman's my age. He's 33.
Okay. No,
if not 34.
He's probably going to be wrestling until he's like 40-something.
You think so?
Yeah. Unless his movie career pops off with Hobbs and the Rock movie that's coming out, the Fast and Furious spinoff.
I don't think he's really in it much.
He's in it at the end of it.
Okay.
I know that for a fact. But yeah, I don't know.
Definitely the Miz.
Definitely the Miz. Yes, hands down.
And if they were doing old school announcers, it would be golly, what's her name?
Renee.
There you go.
She may still be with the company in 10 years.
I don't see why she wouldn't. She has a pretty good spot.
She's a good spot,
yeah.
and Corey will still be there. We know that for a fact. And Cole might come back. There you go. Because Cole's basically 50. He's in his upper 50s. He's almost out of there. Where is Sheamus? Sheamus is. He posted on his Twitter and his Instagram him without the mohawk in a ref costume.
Oh, cool.
In ref gear. Which cool. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he's too tall to be a ref, though.
No, I don't think so. Oh, you know what? No.
Of course you said Randy.
Of course you did. Why would I not? No, because he's going to be,
So I think that Raw. I think Raw served its purpose this week. Raw's purpose was definitely to pop a rating,
which did get an increase in ratings.
That's
by
correct.
1.5 million people.
Right.
But is that going to stay after this week?
Well, you know what? You had such a good time at the party this week. You want to come back to the party next week just to see what happens.
But as a fan, so as of two people who watch pro wrestling more than 20 hours a week.
Okay.
Well, more than 40 combined. We basically do it for a job.
Right.
If we didn't have the Raw reunion this week, would you watch Raw? Or would you have gone to Hulu and watched the clips?
I would watch Raw. I watch Raw every week.
I know, I do too. But if you didn't have to do this as what we do here, would you be more inclined to watch Raw after this one? Or would you go back to the feeling that you had the week before outside the reunion?
I've been happy with Raw at the time when everybody was not happy with Raw.
Yeah.
One thing that I would probably have done a couple weeks ago when I was not happy with Raw, I probably would have found something else better to do. I probably would have watched it on DVR and fast forward and stopped to see if I see anything that I liked.
Yeah, which most people do nowadays.
Right.
Yeah.
But, this last week's Raw was good, and I'm definitely intrigued to see what happens next week.
Now, there's a lot of talk also that Bischoff and Heyman have not taken the creative control yet.
So if they haven't, imagine what we're going to get when they do.
I don't know. Would the Raw reunion thing be a Heyman idea? That's the question I want to ask. Would Heyman do something like that for a cheap ratings increase?
It could have been something that USA wanted. USA could have just wanted the ratings boost.
Well, here's the other thing too. If you watched Raw and then you stayed on to watch Miz and Mrs. after,
I did.
Guess what was on after? And you pointed this out on Twitter. You had Raw repeat after Miz and Mrs.
Actually, when I put that tweet at the Real Big Tris on Twitter, it was actually the next night.
You had SmackDown, Miz and Mrs., and then you had Raw?
I don't know what happened, but I normally watch Jeopardy around 7 p.m., 7:30. I'll probably watch a couple old episodes and make some dinner at the same exact time, and I put it on, and Raw was there. They were at this segment where Stone Cold was in the ring, and I sat down and
was it for 3 hours, or was it?
It was for 3 hours. It was from 5 to 8, and I sat there and I watched it again.
So why would they be? That's a question.
It probably was a good show. You know what? It's a good lead into SmackDown.
It is a good lead into SmackDown right there.
If you were watching wrestling 20 years ago, you're getting people that you saw 20 years ago. And then you stayed at the end, and then all of a sudden, more wrestling starts. You know what? If I like that Monday Night Raw thing, that Raw reunion thing, let me see what this next program is. Good marketing.
Good marketing, but is it a little more oversaturation? Do you think it was oversaturation?
Definitely not oversaturation. Definitely not oversaturation. By any means whatsoever.
I would tend to disagree. But
support your statement.
Basically, you've already seen it. You don't need to show repeats. There's more than enough. There's YouTube now. There's Hulu. There's all these other venues, other ways to watch Raw. So why would you need to repeat it except for to show the whole show in its entirety instead of seeing clips? Which brings more. Okay, now I see what USA did. Never mind. I'm running it through my head.
Because I was going to say, Brian.
I
was going to say, Brian. Do you know what kind of programming USA normally shows?
Okay.
Law and Order SVU marathons.
It's modern. So if anyone watches Raw and SmackDown, the show that's on before them is Modern Family. Which I hate that show.
But
I don't want to watch that.
But typically on
it's
USA,
Law and Order.
You're getting Law and Order. You're getting Modern Family. You're getting
Chicago PD, Chicago FD.
Exactly. You're getting all those. So you know what? You normally tune into that show.
Yeah.
To those shows, but when you tune in, there's professional wrestling on. Oh, let me go ahead and watch this. This is interesting.
Or was this a response to AEW's announcement? That's the question.
I don't know. I'd have to check the TV guide.
Yeah. Which they're on TV Guide, by the way.
Who's on TV Guide?
All the cast of AEW.
Really?
Yeah, they're on the TV Guide website. They did an interview on tvguide.com, I think it is.
Right.
I did some reading. I did my pre-show research.
Oh, did you?
I kind of did.
Oh, wow.
I have.
Yay.
So I have a list right here, but it's not my list. It's a different list.
Wow, you took notes.
I did. Here, notes. Bam. Look at that.
I'm so happy for you,
I
Brian.
finally took notes, and Cosima can actually,
Stop showing people your notes. They want to know what you're going to talk about, Brian. Just be natural. Just act normal. Act normal. It's funny that they're on TV Guide. And I mean, obviously,
before a TV show, period.
Actually, it makes sense because if you're on TV Guide, you're a new television show that's actually coming on a channel. It makes sense to put you there. But TV Guide is not what it was years ago. You remember back in the day, TV Guide, you had to get every single episode. I mean, every single
TV Guide. You got one every single week.
Right.
Sent to you and told you exactly what the program was.
But sometimes you got special TV guides.
I know.
The TV guide that sticks out to me the most is when they did Power Rangers.
Yes,
Zeo.
actually, you know what the funny thing is?
Power Rangers Zeo?
No, it was the Green Ranger series. Green Ranger Saga. And actually, you know what the funny thing is?
Go ahead.
Stream, chat, Ramblers, we're like on point because as soon as he said the special TV guides, the first thing I thought was Power Rangers.
I mean, maybe other people here within our age group, and they probably think the same thing as well. So those of you 20 to 25 years olds out there.
20, 25.
That's my age group.
Yeah.
Because those of you 20 to 25-year-old people out there, let us know if that's what you thought when you heard special.
SmackDown, we had Kofi challenging Randy for the title. Kofi basically telling Randy, "You're fighting me at SummerSlam."
Right.
We've seen that before, and it's happened. It's been very good matches. They put on good matches, and you have Kevin Owens versus Shane.
Okay.
Well, we hope it's only one match. That's the plan.
Are you excited for that match?
As much as I don't want to be, I kind of just want to see Shane get his ass beat. But that's me.
Well, that's good.
That's me.
Let me ask you this then: what do you think would have to be in the story of Shane and Kevin Owens in order for you to be super excited?
There's got to be some type of extra stipulation added to it. Honestly, you need another stipulation added to it.
Give me the stipulation. Book it right now. You got the
Extreme
pencil.
Rules, please.
But they just did Extreme Rules. They can't do it again.
No, they did a paper. They didn't do Extreme Rules.
But they had Extreme Rules matches. It's like doing 2 cage matches month to month. It's like doing an all cage match pay-per-view.
Bam, done. There you go. Cage match.
They did a cage match in the last pay-per-view.
No, they didn't.
Okay, they did a pay-per-view cage match in the last 3 pay-per-views.
Okay, would you like to see another haunted house match?
What is a haunted house match?
Exactly.
Don't give me that. I don't know what that is.
You know what? I would like to see a TLC match. Not an Extreme Rules match, a TLC match. Like one of those old school ones. Listen, when Owens was in the Indies working, him and Sammy, who was going under as El Generico at the time, did amazing TLC matches
in
PWG.
Right.
Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. I would love to see one more of that. I doubt that's going to happen, but I would love to see that we get another Extreme Rules match.
Okay.
But that's the only thing that would probably sell me on it. But other than that, I'm not really excited for the match.
Me neither. I mean,
nothing's drawing me to the match.
Don't get it wrong. I mean, I'm going to watch the match and be okay with it. You know, I don't have any issues with it. But there's nothing telling me that I need to watch that match. We did get an encounter on SmackDown between Dolph Ziggler, HBK, and The Miz.
Yeah, that was actually a really good one where Ziggler super kicked Shawn instead of super kicking Miz. So I feel like there's gonna be a three-way at that at SummerSlam where Shawn's actually gonna come out of retirement and wrestle for this one shot, and he'll be protected. Because Miz and Dolph will do more of the major bumps. Shawn will get his spot.
So you think it's going to be a three-way?
I think it's going to be a three-way, yeah.
So what's in it for Shawn Michaels to want to fight The Miz?
Money.
What do you mean by money?
Getting booked for SummerSlam?
Bryan, no. That's the behind-the-stuff things that we're not supposed to see.
There's no real reason for it, honestly, unless it's just like revenge for getting super kicked by Dolph Ziggler.
You know, okay, so
which I think anyone would want to get revenge on Ziggler for super kicking them, but that's me.
So Steve asked, do we get a Mizler Ziggler with HBK in the corner, or a special referee, or do we get HBK versus Dolph? I am 100% intrigued by a Dolph Ziggler versus Shawn Michaels match.
I'm intrigued too, and I would love to see that back in the day when he wasn't part of the Spirit Squad.
Okay, when he was younger?
When he was younger. More seasoned Dolph, like when Dolph won the cashed in against Del Rio after Mania 29. I would love to see Shawn and him go at that time.
I would like to see them go now, because just like fine wine, wrestlers get better. Like I've said before on the show, I am a much better wrestler at 33 than I was at 23. So much better. My brain just works differently. You know, I understand my spot on the show.
Yeah.
I understand that if I'm like on Friday night, I was the first match on the show.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong. Give me the first match. I was dressed early and I was watching the rest of the show backstage.
Yeah.
But I'm so much of a better wrestler at 33 than I was at 23.
Okay.
And I think that Dolph Ziggler is a much better wrestler than he is now than he was back then. Not saying that Dolph wasn't a good wrestler back then.
Yeah.
But if I can get the mind that Dolph Ziggler has now with the mind that with HBK has, and HBK's able to deliver in a one-on-one match, you know, I'm excited. Sign me up for it. I want to see it.
I would like to see Michaels versus Ziggler, but you know The Miz is going to be involved in that somehow.
So you know what I think it should do? It should possibly be, Ziggler and it should be Ziggler and The Miz.
I think it should be Ziggler and Miz.
At SummerSlam. But, it can't be Ziggler and The Miz at SummerSlam. You know why?
Why?
Because HBK and Dolph Ziggler is a bigger match than Dolph Ziggler.
Because how many times have we seen Ziggler and Miz?
Right. Not to say they're not going to put on a good match. And not for me, I'm not saying that it's stale. Yeah. But I'm saying we'll get a much better match.
We'll get a much better match out of
and
Michaels.
A different match.
Yes.
It's a more high-profile match. So you know what? They should work it in to where it's The Miz. I'm sorry. Maybe The Miz is the special guest referee. But it's HBK versus Dolph Ziggler. Book it. I said it.
Okay. I'll go with that. We also had last week on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan was supposed to make a huge career-altering announcement.
What do you think it was?
Honestly, two things came to my mind when they say career changer, career altering announcement. Number one, retiring, which is he already has done that once. Or all right, so chat, I'm gonna ask you a question and I want to see how quickly people can answer. And then I'll ask.
But if they can't type fast?
Well, I'm going to ask the question. They have a 5-second delay. I think they can do it. How much do you think Daniel Bryan weighs?
Me? How much I think he weighs?
I asked the chat, and I'll ask you as well.
Okay.
How much do you think Daniel Bryan weighs?
Okay. How much do I think Daniel Bryan weighs?
How much does he weigh?
What
does he build as?
I don't know. What's his work weight?
210.
What's his shoot weight?
210. His shoot weight's probably 220 at most, probably.
Oh wow.
I don't know. I didn't do my research on that.
Rude.
But he weighs 210 pounds. So what I'm thinking is his announcement is, and this is all tying together with the whole AEW thing coming.
Right.
He's going to go to 205 Live and flagship that.
That would be amazing.
Okay.
That would be amazing.
That's what I think is what they're hitting. But now, since AEW has officially announced that they're going to be going up against NXT,
right?
Because you'll have AEW, which I think is being called Wednesday Night Dynamite. No confirmation.
They didn't confirm the name.
They didn't confirm the name, but they did trademark that name. Way back.
I mean, you could trademark a bunch of things and don't use them, like payperview.com.
Yeah, that's
true. That was the last show.
Yeah, that was the last show. But I think what they're going to do, and I think Casima's kind of mentioned this back in previous shows, which you can listen to on RoyalRambleRadio.com, because I actually uploaded all of them.
Oh, really?
I know, I did. I know, I uploaded, yeah.
Wow.
I know. Oh, really small claps.
Yes.
So what I think is going to happen is 205 Live is going to now merge into the NXT brand. So you'll get NXT and 205 Live together on a 2-hour show.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either,
I don't
but
like
it. I don't.
Because then at that point when you merge it, they both have their own identities, and I think they lose their identities when you do that.
Yeah, I agree, but that may be the thought to do with AEW coming in October.
Right.
But the other thing is you could put 205 Live with SmackDown on Fridays with Fox.
I think 205 Live. I don't know if 205 Live could draw in its own show though.
I don't think it would.
No, I don't think they could.
So
draw
what
their
I would
own
think
show.
is SmackDown's staying 2 hours. So
Yes.
what you would do is
AEW's 2 hours.
AEW's 2 hours
every week.
Thank you. No more 3 hours, please. If you're watching this and you're part of the and you're included in the wrestling business with booking and changing times, don't make your show 3 hours.
No, 3 hours is good if you have enough talent for it.
If you have enough talent for it.
I don't think they have enough talent.
If you have enough talent for it, go as long as you want. I don't care. If you don't, then please don't. It's not worth our time. But
worth my time.
Well, yeah. Well, it's worth our time because we have to watch it. But 205 Live, Daniel Bryan, 205 Live, calling it now. It's not confirmed, but I'm going to call it. And when I'm right, I want something.
From who?
I don't care.
Oh, okay. Hey, Rose, he says he wants something.
No, not. Well,
I don't know what you were talking about. You said you don't care. So I would thought who would be best to get you a gift would be your wife.
that's true.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. She is letting me go away for a week.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's letting you go to Gen Con?
Oh, yes. The dadcation, as I like to call it.
Oh, okay, man.
So,
I don't go on dadcations.
not yet.
I go on brocations.
Well, this is technically a dad brocation.
No, it can be both.
It is a brocation.
No, that's
Bro.
No, it's a
Bro.
dad.
Bro.
No, Vince Russo. You've already built it. You've already built it as a dadcation, and it's a dadcation.
Okay,
Okay,
fine,
It's
it's
not
a
a
dadcation.
brocation. I go on brocation because I don't have any kids yet.
All right, so when you have kids, when that happens,
Right.
you'll go on dadcations. When you go with your buds.
It's a brocation for us.
Okay. That is my 1 week where I get to go, I get to game, I get to do which I'm basically committed to SRG. I'm committed to SRG all weekend.
Oh, cool.
So I'll be seeing Steve, I'll be seeing John. Bombada is not going to be around.
Well, I do want to say shout out to our friends over at the SRG Universe.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, shout out to you guys, definitely. You guys are amazing. Steve, boss, thank you. The GM, which you didn't like him.
I don't know. I don't like anybody.
Well, no, actually, he doesn't like anybody either.
It's okay. Well,
He hates coming to New Jersey.
I hate coming to New Jersey too.
There you go. See, you guys have two things in common already.
I don't want to have anything in common with him
Why?
because I don't.
Well, you don't, because he wears suits and you don't.
All right, right now, gun to your head.
Okay.
You're going to watch AEW or you're going to watch NXT if it's live on Wednesdays. What are you watching and why?
I want to watch AEW.
Why?
It's new. It's pro wrestling, not sports entertainment, number one.
Okay.
And they've stated that both. It's a pro wrestling league, not a sports entertainment.
So, Brian, were you the kind of kid when you were younger that when you got new toys, you didn't play with the old ones?
No, I played with all the toys.
Okay, so but right now you just said, and I quote, that you're going to watch it because it's new.
Okay, so here's the other thing. I'm going to put my logic toward this here.
Okay, let me hear it.
It's NXT's on the network.
Okay.
So I can watch AEW till 10 o'clock.
Right.
We can do our production meeting.
Okay.
And then I can watch NXT
Okay.
on the network after our production meeting.
Or we can do a production meeting at the same exact time.
We could.
You know, when all these shows come on, we're going to have to get like more days or figure something out. Like we're like when SmackDown goes to Friday nights, we're going to need to figure something out.
We'll figure something out.
But we got time.
We got time. We got what? Another 2 months? SmackDown? Yeah,
like 2
October
months.
5th.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
2 months.
We'll figure something out. Maybe we'll get a new studio.
Gun to my head right now, I'm definitely going to watch AEW.
Okay.
You pulled the trigger, Brian.
I didn't pull the trigger. I went like this.
You pulled the trigger.
No, I didn't.
That was the recoil.
Bang, bang.
You never point your gun at people. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely going to watch AEW, not because it's new, but for the same exact reason as you. Is that if it appears on the network, I can just watch it live later on. However, I can still DVR it and still watch it, at the same exact time. So it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to watch AEW because it's different.
So,
I enjoy the differentness of what AEW is going to bring along.
And that's why I'll be watching AEW as well. But problem is, though, if they bring NXT to network, I'll have to DVR it. But
right.
I thought network meaning cable, not the WWE network.
Right.
Excuse me. But I will be watching AEW on October 2nd, and then I'll watch NXT after that.
How do you what would your feelings be if Monday Night Raw or SmackDown was on the same exact night as AEW?
I DVR both.
Well, which one would you watch?
AEW.
I don't know. I think I would watch Monday Night Raw or SmackDown.
See
or I'd watch both. I'd go back and forth.
The initial gut thing, because AEW's new.
That's right.
It's a new thing. I don't know what's coming with that besides, Chris Jericho, which thank you again. Thank you again for selling out All Out and Fight for the Fallen and Fyter Fest and everything you do for AEW that you don't get thanked for. Thank you, sir. Anyway, I'm sorry. I have to let the gimmick, it's got to go.
Why is it got to be a gimmick?
It's not a gimmick. It's truth.
Thank you,
Chris Jericho.
You said it was a gimmick.
It's
Carry on, Brian.
So, little trivia here that I'll do after the break.
Okay.
But I have a little trivia about the day of October 2nd in relation to Chris Jericho.
You mean trivia or fun fact?
Fun fact.
Oh, cool.
Fun fact.
Can you tell me now?
No, you have to wait till after the break.
You want to text me?
No.
Why do I have to wait after break? We're sitting right here.
Okay, here, you ready?
Okay, don't tell me.
No, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to show you my notes. You're going to read them.
No, I don't want to read it.
Okay, fine. You'll have to wait.
I'll wait till after the break.
Wow,
wait till you to blow the finish.
I didn't blow the finish.
You always blow the finish this early? Wow. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I have no shame. No shame whatsoever. Everyone can tell you that. I have no shame whatsoever. Which, by the way,
okay,
I'm not ashamed to say this.
Say it.
I've been called in the SRG universe, in Rest, by Steve Rest, the boss, Jobber of the Year.
Oh, because you lose a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Why do I get called Jobber of the Year? Why?
Hey, but just like wrestling, you don't have to go over. You just have to get over. At least now they have recognized you as something.
That's true.
Yeah. So take it for what it is.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm taking it for
you
what
should
it
get
is.
a shirt that says Jobber of the Year.
Actually, I'm working on a coat.
A whole coat?
I'm working on a coat.
I got a gear lady if you want to wear some gimmicks to your next event.
I'm not wearing tights.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
We don't wear tights.
No. Spanks.
I don't wear Spanx. I don't wear Spanx either. I wear trunks. I like my material nylon. It holds up a lot better in the dryer.
I actually have a jacket, old leather jacket that I was thought about putting Christmas lights in and having like the old Jericho jacket.
Of course.
But that's me because I'm such a Jericho mark. And
of course.
Or I was gonna just put Job of the Year and duct tape on the jacket and just walk around the con.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna look like a jobber.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. So,
one thing I do want to mention, because I know we're getting ready to go to break, is that Shinsuke Nakamura and Apollo Crews, they had a really good showing.
They did?
Between both men. Oh my God, Apollo Crews, man, Apollo Crews needed that match. Like that's the time. If I was Apollo Crews, where I talk to Shinsuke, I'm like, yo, Shin, bro, I haven't been on like TV on like Raw or SmackDown in a long time.
Yeah.
Like I just need you to come out here and just, we need to work together. You give me a good match, and that's what happened. That match was exciting.
Yeah.
Wow, God.
Proving that SmackDown's a superior brand again. Just because of...
That's how you really feel?
I do.
No, I don't feel that way.
I know you don't feel that way.
I don't feel like one is superior over the other. For me.
So if they were having the brand wars like they did 2 years ago when Stephanie and Shane were running it, when they were running both Raw and SmackDown, so Stephanie on Raw, Shane on SmackDown.
Right.
In that time, Who was winning, Shane or Stephanie? Who had the better bookings? Who had the better matches?
It was. So you understand that when they're in this GM role, that it's a work.
I know it's
It's
a work.
not a shoot. It's
Everything's a work. You've
Okay.
taught me that.
Okay. So everything's a work. And
Yep.
even when it's a shoot, it's still a work.
Yep.
Don't ever forget that. Kid.
Oh, I know that.
I think that Raw was. Oh, you made me say it. Okay, fine. Raw was the superior brand.
Bam.
I don't like you.
Got him.
You did.
Got him.
It slipped.
It slipped?
Yes. I didn't mean to say that Raw was the superior brand, but I said it twice.
That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. Like most things in this country, you're entitled to your opinion.
That's right.
And everyone else is entitled to their opinion, except for a few people.
Ember Moon and Charlotte Flair.
Oh, that was a good match.
You think so?
I thought it was.
And then why? To me, it was kind of wonky that Bayley just came out.
She's trying to get heat. Well, I guess she's trying to get heat, or
No,
she's just
she's
trying to
not-
intimidate freaking Ember Moon.
Well, no, she was trying to intimidate Charlotte. Like to me, it looked. To me,
Okay.
here's why I think she's trying to intimidate Charlotte, Brian.
I'm listening.
Because the week before, she goes, "Hey, my best friend, I want to give her a match. Do you want to match my best friend?" And the best friend said, "Yeah, I'll take it." Even though she never really said it was never really sanctioned. But
Yeah.
it's a match. It's happening, pal. All right, let's just move past that.
Okay.
So why would she come out doing the match? Like to me, like if I was Ember Moon, I would keep wrestling the match because my friend is here. If I was Charlotte, I wouldn't have 2 cares in the world because we don't have any beef.
Yeah, we don't have
You
any-
have a belt that I want, but
Yeah.
why do I need to focus on you when my focal point is in the ring?
Yes. Which she did after the end of the match. She did make a big complaint that she's not booked for SummerSlam.
Who do you think she's going to work?
Rumor and innuendo saying Trish Stratus.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
All right.
But I don't know. I can't. I don't know. Would I like to see that?
Why would you not like to see that?
I would like to see that, honestly. That would probably be a really good match. Charlotte in her prime. Trish is still young,
If she can still go,
which she can.
There's a lot of people that I come across on the indies that were, big stars of yesterday.
Sam Houston.
Sam Houston, golly! If you don't know who Sam Houston
Oh my
is,
God!
people, you need to Google him. He is Jake the Snake Roberts' brother.
Yes.
And I wrestled him back in January in Salisbury Mills, New York.
Yep, which is about 15, 20 minutes away from my house and about 15, 20 minutes away from you.
Right. It's by Woodbury Commons.
Yeah, it's right by the Commons.
Google it if you don't know where it is. But when I was told that I had to wrestle Sam Houston, I'm like, oh great, another guy that was in the WWE or AWA, and he's not good.
Yeah.
He's a star of yesterday. I'm not going to be able to do anything with him. So when I got there and he was like, hey, we're going, and we went in there and did the match. I'm like, that was the best. Sometimes you need something to boost you up,
Yeah.
and that match boosted me up.
So I was, me and Tristen. Tristen was wrestling. I was his, his sports agent.
You still are.
I
At
still
times.
am.
At times.
At times when when money's involved.
That's right.
And this match looking from the outside, Sam can freaking go still.
Yes.
Like he can go.
Yes.
I mean, like he still has it. Like if WWE is like, here, grab someone from the past and throw him in there.
Sam Houston.
Sam Houston,
But
hands down.
You know why they couldn't grab Sam Houston?
Because you can
Because
grab him.
most people don't. Shut up, Brian. Most people won't know who Sam Houston is.
Exactly.
Because I didn't know who he was. I had to Google him.
I had to Google
and I was
him,
like,
too.
oh, Jake the Snake's brother. Like if his name was like Sam Rob. Nope, that wouldn't work.
No, that
There's
wouldn't.
already a guy named Sam Roberts.
Yeah, there is.
But I had to Google him, and then the guy that I saw in the video was the guy that I saw in the match.
Yeah, exactly.
And those videos were from like 30 years ago.
And generally a nice guy. He was a very nice guy. Right after, not trying to oversell, but yeah, he was a nice guy. But yeah, he could definitely go. So what we're gonna do is, when we come back from the break, we're gonna talk about AEW on TNT, which we kind of told into. I'm gonna give you that one fact, surprising fact, for that date in wrestling history. And then I have a question for the chat to think about.
What question
and for
is
you
it?
to think about.
While we're in break?
While we're on break. Biggest heel turn of all time. I have 3.
And I have none.
You have none, because I threw this on you last minute. So
did.
we will see you back in 2 shakes of a pig's tail, I guess.
Okay.
All right. See you soon.
Now shake those hips and let your backbone slip. Pull up your pants and do the muscle man dance. Just follow my voice. You don't really have a choice. And pull up your pants and do the muscle man dance. Now wiggle your behind. Erase your mind. Pull up your pants and do the muscle man dance.
What in the blue hell was that?
That was the Muscle Man dance.
No, the part like in between, like there's some kind of spooky voice.
I don't know. I have no idea what that was. Maybe that was The Fiend?
Oh, well. The Fiend's going to have his first match at SummerSlam.
Now, here's the thing, though.
Well, hold on, before we will go into that.
Okay.
Welcome back, people, to Royal Ramble
I know.
Radio.
Welcome back, guys.
Yes, it's the second hour Royal Ramble Radio. If you stuck with us through the break, thank you. If you're watching on Twitch or you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And leave comments.
Hit that share button.
That's right. Or if you're on Facebook, share it right now. We like for you to share with your friends.
Yes.
Sharing is scary.
It is.
Do you care about your friends?
Do you care about your friends?
Bryan and I are your friends.
I'm your friend.
Unless you owe us money, then we're not your friends. But we appreciate you paying.
Actually, I've paid all my debts. We're good.
Oh, good then.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
No problem.
No problem. So, Fiend versus Finn. Here's my question to you and to the staff. To the chat room. Because I already asked you one question, but I'm going to ask this question right now.
Go for it.
Is it too soon?
Yeah. No.
No? Okay.
Because you're going to
Back
get
it up.
You're going to get it. Why?
Why?
When's the last time you've seen Bray Wyatt wrestle?
Oh, right before when Matt Hardy went out.
Okay. And you haven't seen him wrestle in almost a year?
About a year, yeah.
Okay.
So that makes sense.
So this is Bryan and I. When we're doing these things, Bryan, we're fake booking. We're fantasy booking.
Yes.
So this is me sitting on the other side of the table. I'm going to throw this at you.
Okay.
You threw at me, well, is it too soon? And I'm going to throw at you that if we're not going to have Bray wrestle, then what is he going to do?
Honestly, he could still come in the ring and just randomly attack people.
You see, Bray gave us it was like the slow burn. So for him giving us the Firefly Funhouse,
yeah.
That was the foreplay. Okay, that was the foreplay.
Okay.
And then when we went into the puppets in the background, that was okay, let's take off your shirt. Let's take off your pants. Bryan, keep your clothes on, please.
Okay.
Keep your
Okay.
clothes on.
You said take your shirt off.
And then now, when we're getting him appearing, we're getting a little bit more than that. We're up to third base. Now we're going to be getting a fourth base pretty soon at SummerSlam, and that's going to be the wrestling match.
Okay. So here's the other question. Is it the Demon versus the Fiend, or are we saving that for something else?
I think that we have one more event until SummerSlam, right?
No, SummerSlam's 2 weeks away.
Okay, so what I think should happen again is that he being Finn Balor, should get, accosted, should get jumped again by Finn Balor. I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense. Finn Balor should get jumped by the Fiend.
Yes.
He should get jumped by the Fiend. Or you know what? Maybe he runs into the back and meets
Mercy.
He meets Bray Wyatt and Bray's like apologizing for everything,
which he does on Twitter all
the time. And then later on in the match, maybe they have some kind of altercation. So now it feels like Finn can't beat him. No, let me scratch that. I want Finn to see Bray coming.
Okay.
And then what's going to happen is that Finn's going to feel that in order for him to match craziness with craziness, like, yo, bro, if you want to get crazy, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get crazy too. So that's when the demon comes out.
Okay. So here's the thing, though. Mask on or mask off?
In the match?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and read this message real quick. This is from Joe.
Oh, hey, Joe. See you in a week.
The dynamic for Bray's new character is that we have Firefly Funhouse Bray, which is the person behind the character who we know is troubled. So we could see Bray himself. We can see Bray by himself appearing in the ring as himself and not the Fiend.
But on SmackDown, he said the Fiend accepted your challenge. He said specifically that the Fiend accepted your challenge. So we will see the Fiend. Now, mask on or mask off for the Fiend?
Well, he's only the Fiend with the mask on.
Okay, so mask stays on.
Of course. That mask is scary as hell.
You a freak.
So what's his entrance music? Does the Fiend have entrance music?
No, he doesn't.
Or does he just appear in the ring?
He just appears.
I think that's how he, the music should play, and everybody's looking up at the Titantron, and all of a sudden the lights cut on, and Bray's in the ring.
So what they used to do with Sabu?
I don't. Before
right.
my time. You watch ECW.
Okay, so ECW, what would happen is when Sabu would enter the ring unannounced, or he would enter the ring coming in, lights would kill, and he would literally show up like that.
Well, I hope that Bray doesn't do that.
I hope he doesn't too, but I think that would be good for his character too. No, look what they did with Ciampa.
Right.
Ciampa in his first run, in his initial run as a heel,
Right.
didn't have any music. No music whatsoever. And then he got over as a heel, became the champ, and then they gave him some music. So I think what they should do is have Bray just show up in the ring or just walk to the ring with just laughter. That's it.
Talking about laughter, Joe had a really good, idea of what's going on with the Fiend and Bray. He goes, "The Fiend, I believe, protects Bray." Thanks for checking in on Facebook.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
I can see that.
I could see that too.
I
Yeah.
could 100% see that.
Yeah.
But Bray, can Bray not protect himself?
201 number.
You know?
No, I don't think so, because he's that child.
I don't know.
I get this Pee Wee Herman dynamic from Bray Wyatt.
But
not
Pee
the
Wee
Fiend.
Pee-wee Herman is goofy.
Exactly, and Bray is kind of goofy in that character right there.
Right.
But when he's the Fiend, he becomes more sadistic. He becomes more.
Maniacal.
Thank you. So I honestly think that's Bray is the childlike that has all the puppets with all his different his all different characters,
Right.
all his different personas, and the Fiend is there as the one who basically. The Fiend is the one that basically is the word.
I don't know. Bird?
No,
Okay.
bird is not the word today. He oversees it all, and he's the protector.
Okay.
So if he saw something get out of line, he would jump in and stop it where it is. But the Fiend now has to take a more active role
Okay.
and basically protect Bray's subconscious, you would say, and basically fight Finn. The Fiend is finally now let out to strike.
Okay.
I know it's
You are.
spitting nonsense,
Yeah,
but
it
I'm
is.
just thinking. Thinking's kind of hard for me right now. Usually sitting and thinking, and it's much easier.
So Joe's saying technically no. This is reformed Bray. This is classic dissociative disorder. So it's
okay.
basically the movie Split.
Yes.
Shout out to James McCoy.
James McAvoy.
McAvoy. That's what I said.
McAvoy.
Sorry.
Professor X.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He played Professor X in the new X-Men movie.
And the Split guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put that together till just now.
Ah. They both had bald heads.
So Bray's entrance.
Yes.
Here's how I see it.
Okay.
The music plays.
Which music?
The Firefly Funhouse.
Okay.
And everybody's looking up at the Titantron.
So you'll have the Firefly Funhouse in the Titantron right in
Yep.
front of you. Okay.
Yep. Actually, you know what? I would have. No, it's always normally you have your heel out first, but I would probably have Finn Balor come out first as the Demon.
You want the Demon for SummerSlam?
Yes, I definitely want the Demon for SummerSlam.
I think we all want the Demon for SummerSlam.
And like I said, you got to match crazy with crazy. So you put the Demon at SummerSlam. The Demon's going to come out first. Demon's going to be in the ring.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, the music plays, Firefly Funhouse. Everybody's looking at the Titantron.
Yep.
The lights cut off, and they cut on, and the Fiend is standing right next to him.
Yes.
But
Literally back to back.
But now the Demon should play his own trick, to where he is one-upping the Fiend. Maybe the lights turn on and the lights turn off, and something else happens.
The Demon's gone.
The Demon could be gone, right?
Yeah.
But then they could go into the whole entire match. Maybe Finn could be, "Hey, I'm here. Come get me." They could do something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that I don't see Bray, and it's just me just talking off the top of my head. I don't think that Bray Wyatt should just walk down the aisle.
No, I agree. He should not walk down the aisle.
Yeah, I think he's more than that.
No, I think the character as the Fiend has more of a mysticism about him right now than anything.
Here's a question that I want to know.
Okay.
Is Bray Wyatt, a.k.a. The Fiend, heel or face? Why or why not?
See, that's a tricky question. Mm-hmm. Because you have the Firefly Funhouse Bray, who obviously I feel is a face.
Okay.
I honestly think that, but that's me. But then you have the Fiend, who's obviously a heel.
But what makes him heel?
Look at the attack on Mick Foley.
Okay.
Look at his. I don't know. That's the beauty about Bray's character. You don't know which side he's on. At all. Any character that any of his personas that he's had.
So, like, for me, I think definitely that Bray's babyface 100%. The character, Bray Wyatt.
Character, yes.
But the Fiend, I don't think the Field is getting enough heat.
I don't think.
You know why I don't think he's getting enough heat?
Well, him taking Foley out didn't really get him heat at all. I don't think it gave him heat.
That should have got him heat.
It should have got him
if that was Baron Corbin would have got heat.
Baron Corbin ended dazed Mick Foley in the middle of the ring. Baron Corbin would have gotten booed out of the freaking
if it was Drew McIntyre.
Drew, if he would have freaking Claymore kicked him, heat.
Shane McMahon.
Heat. Yep.
But everybody cheers Bray. You know why I don't think they don't cheer Bray? Bray's too cool.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about being a heel. Like, there's a lot of moves that I can do.
Yeah.
But I don't do them because they're too cool. I don't want you to cheer me. I don't need your adulation. I'm not here for your benefit. I'm here for my benefit. And that's the issue that I think is happening with Bray.
Yeah.
Is that he's just too cool right now. I can't figure out a way how that he can turn heel or how he can get the reaction he's supposed to get because he's just too cool. The Fiend, the Bray Wyatt, it's like a bad car accident. Like, I just want to watch. I can't.
That's true.
I'm intrigued by what Bray Wyatt is doing on the television.
It's like reality TV when you see something happen, like a fight, like the Jersey Shore.
Right.
You watch that, you're like, oh, when's the next fight happening, or when this? I don't know. You can't really. And I honestly think with Bray's character, it's going to start turning over where you're not going to be defined by face or heel.
Right.
So we'll see.
But there's no tweener. You know, I hate that.
I
term,
know, and
tweener.
I haven't. In the time you've been on the show, and since then, have I used that word?
Probably no.
No, because you looked at me and said, "No, that's not a word." I'm like, okay, I'm okay with that. I will not use that word ever again. Mm-hmm. But now let's go into my fact that I had.
Go into your fact.
So October 2nd.
Wait, what fact was this that you were talking about?
This is a Chris Jericho fact.
Okay.
So October 2nd, 2019, is the first ever AEW television show on TNT.
Okay.
So you know what also happened on October 2nd for Chris Jericho? 29 years ago?
He got married?
No.
He had his first son?
No.
His dad went to the New York Rangers Hall of Fame?
No.
Okay, I don't know.
Chris Jericho had his first independent wrestling match on that day.
Against Lance Storm?
Against Lance Storm. They went to a draw in a 10-minute match.
How'd you know that?
I did internet research.
Oh, wow. You don't believe everything you see on the internet?
No, it's true. He actually confirmed it as well.
Oh,
on Twitter, yes.
Oh, I thought he called you.
No. I don't have Jericho's number. I wish I had Jericho's number.
I have Jericho's number.
Do you?
Yeah.
Call him now.
No, why would I do that? He's busy with AEW stuff.
And he's busy with Fozzy, too.
Of course.
New album coming out.
Hello.
But yeah, Jericho's first ever independent wrestling match was on October 2nd.
That's a cool fact.
29 years.
You know who he should work?
Lance Storm?
Lance Storm.
I agree.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. Is Lance even doing stuff anymore?
Lance is running a school in Canada. I met a guy that is at the ECPW school.
Yeah.
And he went to Lance Storm school. So
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Young kid, too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
he's like
I would
18,
love to
19.
see. I would love to see Lance Storm show up on AEW and just do like a throwback. You know what? Maybe Jericho does pull something like that on the first show.
Like he comes out with
or
Chris Jericho,
or Lance Storm basically works Jericho for like a spot, maybe.
Okay.
But that's going more into the entertainment, not the wrestling portion. So I'm gonna stop right there.
All right. So AEW launches on October 2nd.
Yes.
That's a Wednesday night.
That's a Wednesday night.
8 to 10 on TNT. That's Wednesdays. Wednesday night. The first episode. What do you need to see at 8 o'clock to make you say, "Wow, this is something I need to watch"? I need to keep watching this. What do you need to see?
I need to see Darby Allin in a hardcore match.
You just want to see people jack themselves up.
I just want to see people jack the yeah, I do actually. I like people hitting people with chairs. It's fun. It's nice. I like the sound of it.
Oh, okay.
What can I say?
That you're
I'm
crazy?
I'm a sadist. What can I say?
I was going to say you're a sadist too.
Well. I want to see good wrestling matches. I want to see storytelling matches. I want to see something that we've been seeing on the pay-per-views on a television basis.
But Brandy said, for those of you guys that didn't see any of the interviews surrounding this announcement with AEW, on the pay-per-views, they want to keep the pay-per-views That's where you want to see all the blood.
Yes, that's where you're going to see all the goriness, like what we've been seeing in the last couple of pay-per-views.
Right. And on the TV shows, it's pretty much the TV show, not shows, because they said they're only having one show 2 hours a week. What they said was that it's just going to be it's pretty much going to be progressing the storylines.
Yes, which they've been kind of progressing the storylines. So if you watch Road to All Out, if you watch Being the Elite, which I hope you start watching that.
I haven't started watching it yet.
I would say watch Road to All Out, because they announced one of the other matches for All Out on this episode.
Okay.
And it's Joey Janela, Darby Allin, and who was the third?
I thought you watched it.
I know. I'm just names. British guy, King of the Death Match.
Oh, okay, that guy. Darby Allin?
Not Darby Allin. No, who was the other guy?
I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I hate myself.
So for me, at 8 o'clock, what I need to see, I need to see wrestling.
Yes.
I need to see a match. I need to see a really good, strong match. I remember watching Nitro back in the day and not being able to watch Nitro because they'd be legit 20, 25 minutes worth of NWO promos. Granted, you have the whole NWO out there. It's like, hey, anybody else wants to talk? Here, take this microphone. And I used to tune into Monday Night Raw for that. In order for them to stand out and be different, I need to see wrestling. Joe is checking on the chat. He says that he needs to hear less bashing on the WWE. And that's his only complaint with AEW. He loves the wrestling. So for me, I 100% agree with that. Don't sell the competition.
No, don't sell the competition.
If they get on AEW,
Jimmy Havoc's the other one.
It's Jimmy Havoc.
Jimmy Havoc.
Yes. If they get on at 8:01 p.m. and they're talking about WWE, man, like that's
like Cody said at the end of Fight for the Fallen.
Yes.
Listen. Good competition is a good thing.
Of course,
it's always a good thing.
It's gonna make everybody better.
It's gonna make everybody better. Like we've said previously on this show. Right now is one of the best times you can be a pro wrestling fan because there's so much out there. Local, like American Colosseum Wrestling. You got Capital Wrestling down here in Jersey.
Of course.
You have
Why you gave them the
Because Jersey.
Oh, okay, for Jersey. Okay,
for Jersey.
They got some good.
Not for Capital. I'm not talking about Capital. I'm talking about Jersey. And talking about Harry too, but that's another.
That's something different.
That's something different. But great time to be a pro wrestling fan. But you have so many options to watch, and you can also go back on YouTube or find Fight TV or Bleacher Report or anything like that, and you can watch past stuff or watch Impact Plus app.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah,
I still watch on Twitch.
I watch them on Twitch too.
I love Jordan Grace.
Man. Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard is good.
She's good, and she actually, if you did get a chance to watch, and if anyone did not get a chance to see her versus Sami Callihan from Slammiversary, go back and watch that.
So we're getting a message in on Twitch.
Is that Dave?
No, that's Mike.
Mike Canopy. That's Dave.
Oh, Dave who?
His Dave. This is.
Why are you selling him as Dave? He said his name is Mike.
Because he doesn't know. He's confused.
Well, why does everybody else have to know that Mike is Dave?
Okay, fine, Dave. Go.
No, Mike.
Okay, Mike.
Why can't Mike be Mike?
His name's not Mike.
Okay.
Anyway.
So he said that Wrestle Circus, that they were supposed to have a show on Sunday, and they officially closed the doors. And that seemed like there were a lot of AEW people in there.
Well, you had Orange Cassidy that was part of that,
right? You had SCU, you had party people.
No.
Yes, I was looking at it. I looked at it on the
I'll look
machine.
up. They had one other guy that was their champion. Oh, what the hell? I was watching a match with him and Orange Cassidy where he actually rocked Orange Cassidy to sleep.
That's crazy.
No,
you're not gonna rock me. I'm a grown ass man.
No, but I'm just saying, it was a good match.
Like, I wish somebody said, "So I'm going to pick you up, brother, and I'm going to rock you." What? Are you kidding me? No, you're not going to rock me. No.
So what did he say? He said.
Yeah, he's talking about. Yeah, but right now Orange Cassidy's over in the chat. Joe loves Orange Cassidy.
I love me some Orange Cassidy.
And he also said that
freshly squeezed.
He also said on Facebook Live that They don't need to force feed us. Just focus on your promotion.
Exactly.
And I agree. Go out there and put on the best wrestling. I think that AEW should not mention WWE going forward.
Okay.
They should go into their pay-per-view that they got going on in a couple weeks.
Yes.
On August 31st, the
Yep.
day after my birthday. So we're going to have a party up in his house.
Well, what we'll do is we'll figure something out.
Okay.
I may announce something in the next couple of weeks or so for your birthday.
So if they're,
I'll get Rose to cook for you.
Man. Can she bake a cake?
I don't know, Rose. You're in chat. Will you bake Tristen a cake? Because I know she's watching.
All right, maybe she'll check it.
Yeah.
But yes, just put on your
Jervis. Yes. Jervis. Yes.
Hey, Olga, thanks for checking in.
Hey, Olga.
I definitely think, though, that they should not mention WWE at all. Just put on your program.
Just put on your program. Focus on the wrestling, like you said from the beginning, and then forget what Vince does.
You got your digs in and everything else like that.
Exactly.
Just go for it. Show why you're the better product.
Exactly. And that's when you show it and actually are the better product, which I think you are.
I don't know.
Listen, it's been said. TV will define what AEW actually does.
What? Here's one of the things that you need in order to have a successful professional wrestling company.
Okay.
You need TV, you need talent, and you need money.
Yeah.
So with those,
they have money,
right?
They got the cons.
Yep.
They have TNT.
Yep.
They just need talent.
That's it, and they have the talent.
They got the Bucks. They got Cody. They got freaking.
There's no reason why.
Shawn Spears.
There's no reason. There's no reason why AEW cannot be successful.
I agree.
I mean, like Impact Wrestling.
Okay.
Impact Wrestling they have the talent.
They do have the talent.
They
yes.
Don't have the TV.
So, I went to one of their tapings in Brooklyn. I'm white boy from the suburbs. I don't know any of that.
It's okay.
Anyway,
I'm here for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And they were pre-taping everything. So the show that we were at, the show that I was at, that had Sami Callihan basically take a bat to Tessa Blanchard. And then you had Montequilla, who is my Facebook friend. Hi, Montequilla. ¿Cómo está?
You know Spanish?
Sí, un poquito.
Okay, keep going.
And he that was his first, I believe that was his first time on Impact TV. So we got to see him there fight JT Dunn, which was a really good match. And then you had the Rascals versus LAX, which was a really good match too. But they pre-taped it, and then that show, it came after production. It came up 3 weeks later. So I was thinking that you did all the pre-taping
right
the week before.
Right.
Why not put the show on that next week?
I see what you're saying. So
you get what I'm saying?
So they're taping like 3 weeks in advance.
Yes, they're taping one show for their Friday night show 3 weeks in advance.
You know why? It's cheaper. WWE used to do that.
I know.
They used to tape 2 Monday Night Raws in one night. They used to be live 1 week.
Yeah.
And then recorded the next week and then live the next week. It's cheaper that way. You don't have to book 2 buildings. You just book a building once and put on 2 shows.
Well, that's the building they've been using for God knows how long. But they only taped one show there.
That's why it was a blessing and a curse for TNA to have the Impact Zone. If it wasn't for the Impact Zone, you know I probably would have never became a wrestler.
Really?
I swear to God. To go sidetrack. Remind me that we're talking about Impact Wrestling and TNA having, the Impact Zone.
Okay. I will remind that.
So I was working at Universal Orlando. This was about 2006-ish, 2007.
Okay.
2006. And I had a friend. My friend came to me and said, there's, wrestling happening in the sound stages at Universal. We worked there. We were employees.
Yeah.
And he said, you should come. At that time, Brian, I wasn't really into wrestling. I didn't watch wrestling anymore. I barely kept up with the WWE. I was just busy working and chasing girls. That's what I did.
How old were you?
I was like 18, 19.
Okay. All right. So I was
old.
I was 20. I was 22.
Wow, that's old.
Shut up.
So anyway,
I was chasing girls technically.
So he came to me and said, hey, they got this show going on the sound show. It's called Impact. It's called TNA. Maybe you'd like it. You should come.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. He goes, well, it's right here in the sound stages. You don't have to go far. You should go. I was like, man, I don't have any money. He told me.
You work here, you're free?
He said it was free for everybody. He goes, it's free. I'm like, okay, fine. I can't argue.
Yeah, free.
I went back that night.
Would you argue with a free
no,
admission?
If it's free, I'll take 3.
Yeah, exactly.
2 for me, 1 for you.
No, 2 for me.
No, it's free. I took it.
No,
Anyway,
listen.
So I went back that
60%.
night, and they were
Remember
having
that.
a TNA pay-per-view, and the Macho Man debuted. I was standing on.
I remember that.
I was standing on the chair screaming. At the end of the event, I had no voice. The next night, I went back to the Impact tapings and watched for myself.
Wow.
At that point, I was hooked. I've been hooked since then. At that point, I started looking into wrestling schools. I went to Team 3D, and
Which have a school up in Connecticut now.
they have a school in Connecticut. And,
Yep.
I went to that school before it actually became 3D. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
But Impact TNA having the Impact Zone, that soundstage.
Yeah, they had that soundstage where they had the ring and all that stuff. Yes.
Right. At Universal, it was a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because they have a building to where they can record as much as they want.
Mm-hmm.
So they were able to record now and have the show appear on Thursday.
Yes.
Instead of having it wait so long for it to become stale in the archives.
Yeah. I just didn't understand why they waited 3 weeks. You said it's for money.
But
yes, I understand that, but
It's their structure.
which is fine.
It's what they do to save money.
if that's what works for you, that what works for you. Like,
But the curse of TNA having that Impact Zone is that you were getting people in there that probably weren't wrestling fans.
Yeah.
At all.
you were just getting random people
You were
from
just
parks
getting
walking in.
Right. So, is it really, you might get people that might be there and they may eventually walk out.
Yeah.
Because not that the program's not good,
Yeah.
but they have something else that they want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
You watch a couple of TNA
I got a show to go to. I don't need to stay here anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
You've seen enough.
I've seen your product enough. No more.
Right.
Go away.
And it's free. Not to say that it's not good, but it's free, and I've seen enough. I think that was the gift and the curse of having that building. So maybe Impact needs to find maybe smaller venues that they tour every week.
Which the last couple of Impact tapings have been in Dallas, I believe.
Well, you know why the reason why I was in Dallas, right? Because they just did Slammiversary. They probably taped those with Slammiversary.
Maybe.
Or maybe the next night after.
Or the next night after.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very true. It was a completely different setup. But
It's not like Monday Night Raw, to where every arena almost looks the same because they have that same set. Everything is almost 100% identical.
Yeah.
So depending on the Impact Wrestling show that you watch,
maybe different.
it's different.
Yeah, the one that I went to was the entrance was completely different than the one that they had on Friday night.
Right. So it's not like you can hide the fact that you're in a different building next week by saying, oh, well, you can't really tell. No, every set is different, and that's based on the layout of the building.
Yeah.
So that's how it is with TV. It's difficult, but I'm hella excited for AEW to be coming on TV. It's something else to watch.
Yeah, it's something else to watch.
You got guys and girls that want to have more places to work.
Yep.
Shout out to Sonny Kiss. Him and I worked the show on Friday.
Yes.
So that was good to see him. Humble dude, man. Humble dude.
From what I've heard about him from the guys from other wrestlers.
Right.
Very humble person. Awesome person to be around. Sonny, if you can ever come on the show, you're more than welcome to come on the show. Please come on the show.
You don't have to beg him.
I'm not begging. I'm just saying, please come on the show.
It's not like now you're trying to change your tone. You said please. You begged him.
No, I said please come on the show.
He's a busy man with AEW.
I know he's a
If he
busy
wanted
man
to
with
come in, he'll come
AEW.
in.
If he wants to come in, he can come in. Whatever the hell he wants.
Tonight we were supposed to also have DM Stevens. He's a referee.
Yeah, but
he's got a couple of shows going on this weekend, so I definitely want to get him on the show. I'll try to have him on next week. Yeah, we're having phone issues. That's why you're not
phone
calling
issues.
us.
Sorry, guys.
Because we're in a different studio. However, if you're in the chat, feel free to get your point across in the chat.
Like Joe says, AEW has better wrestling most of the time. NXT matches that wrestling to be 100% honest, but WWE has interference from Vince, who's a senile and ridiculous.
I don't know if I could say that Vince is senile and ridiculous.
I could say he's ridiculous, but not senile.
But I don't think he's ridiculous either. I don't know him to judge him.
Exactly. You know what? All that statement, it's a little true, but you can't make a statement about Vince unless you actually know the man.
I don't think you should be able to make a statement on anybody unless you know the man.
Exactly. Like, I can't make a statement about you, Joe, without knowing you.
But do you know him?
I kind of do. We talk on Facebook. We'll see him at Gen Con.
Oh, you never met him before?
He's part of the SRG universe.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for watching, brother.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Share with your friends. Make sure everyone else watches.
What if he doesn't have any friends?
Actually, he actually lives outside Atlantic City. Ugh.
Oh, wow. Now people know where he lives now. Damn,
No.
Brian, you're like
Well,
such a gimmick
outside
blower.
Atlantic City is a big place.
Hi, my name is Brian Schmidt, and I'm going to blow the gimmick. First, we want to say the guy's name is not Mike, he's Dave. Then you want to tell people he lives outside Atlantic City?
I
What if he
did.
tells people he lives in Atlantic City?
That's up to him.
No, but you blew his gimmick.
I didn't.
You did.
Okay.
Apologize to him right now. Look into the camera and apologize to him right now.
I'm sorry.
Say it like you mean it.
I did. That's how I'm sorry.
Look
I have
into
a
the
frog
camera.
in my throat.
Look into the camera.
I shared it. Oh,
Look into. Thanks, Joe.
thanks, Joe.
Look into the camera, and look at Joe.
Oh, so am I gonna, hold on. Ready?
Yes.
Ready? I'm
Yes. He said I'm.
not so. I'm sorry.
Oh well. You know what?
Sorry.
Joe just blew your gimmick. Joe says that you live outside Atlantic City.
That is very true. I do live outside Atlantic City, so
wow.
you didn't really blow my gimmick.
Okay.
Everyone already knows that. There's plenty of times where I said I live outside of Atlantic City, and they can look on my Facebook page and see where I live. So that's their call. If they want to come stalk me, come stalk me.
How do you feel about All Elite Wrestling AEW
Yeah,
not running as many live events, non-televised events?
I like it.
Why?
Due to the fact that they focus more on the one show instead of multiple shows.
Okay.
They'll have one show to progress it. Plus, they'll have the internet stuff. So they'll have the Being the Elite. They'll have the YouTube. They'll have all that stuff to progress storylines and stuff, too. So they don't need additional shows just to progress the storyline. They just need one show, and that's it. That's all they need. I think what they're going to have is a really good dynamic with just one show a week, and then any storylines will be built there, and that's it. I'm liking one show. That's it. I'm good with that. I'm good with one show.
But you know that. But I'm talking about live events, like non-televised shows. Those don't progress storylines.
No, they don't. Well, unless
Well, no, they maintain storylines.
they maintain storylines, but I just don't know if I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. We'll see. We'll see how the ratings are with AEW in the first okay. So if we want to honestly have a good idea what their ratings going to be, how long of Wednesday nights do we need to see before we can actually establish what their ratings are going to be? If they're going to be higher, if they're going to be lower, without the live shows, without the extra pay-per-views, stuff like that.
Let me tell you about ratings.
Yeah.
Ratings should not matter to us, the typical person that's watching. You know
Well,
why?
I mean, as professional wrestling journalists.
You know why ratings don't matter to me?
Why?
Because I'm not buying advertising with AEW.
Okay.
However,
But I'm just saying.
the amount of time that's going to take for me to watch AEW, for me to decide whether I want to watch or whether I'm going to keep watching or not,
Yeah.
they'll have 3 weeks.
3 weeks. So
The first week, you better knock my socks off. If you don't, I'll give you the second week.
Okay.
If you don't at least knock my shoes off, I'll give you the third week. If you can't do it for me in the third week, I'm going to occasionally watch you.
okay.
There got to be something. If there's nothing else going on a Wednesday night, I'm going to watch.
Okay.
So they have to put forth their best feet.
So you're giving them 3 weeks. Chat, how much time are you giving AEW?
Mike said 2 months. That's generous.
That's very generous. I honestly think that's
Because you got to think about it.
me personally, I'm vested in AEW already because I've been following them since Double or Nothing. I've been following them way before Double or Nothing when they were doing Being the Elite. So I'm vested a little more, but I think 2 months is a little bit more 2 months is a little bit too much time.
You know why 2 months? I think 2 months is dangerous? Because 2 months encroaches right into Thanksgiving.
Exactly. And you know
So,
what's right
like,
around Thanksgiving? Well,
Let me tell you, they're most likely going to put on a show the night before Thanksgiving. If you've got something else better to do on the night before Thanksgiving, and AEW is not really popping. I'm using the word now, popping. If AEW is not really popping, you're going to watch AEW on Wednesday night. You're going to do something better that you have.
Wednesday night?
Yeah. If you have something better. Okay, Rose said, hey, look, we're going to go ahead and go out to, to Aunt Bunny's house. That's an Eddie Murphy
I know.
reference.
I am old. I
Okay.
do get that reference.
Yeah, you was old.
Yeah, I am old.
So if you're going to, if Rose said, hey, we're going to go to Aunt Bunny's house on Wednesday.
I think she has an Aunt Bunny.
Is she really?
Rose, I think you have an Aunt. Oh, that's Aunt Patty. Never mind.
Close enough. So, are you going to say, hey, you know what? You guys go, and I'll catch you later?
Yeah.
If AEW's not really going on?
Yeah. I may let her go. I'll want to stay back and watch AEW, but I'll also tape it too. That's the thing. I could also just DVR it. That's the beauty part about this is It's on cable TV. I can DVR it if I need to. But I will be watching it. I'm going to say you have a month.
Okay.
A month. And I'll go 1 week more because, I'm older and I kind of have to catch up everything after, a week after. But 1 month to really prove that you're going to actually back up what you've been saying since May of last year.
I'm starting to like Joe. I've never met Joe, and I like Joe. I want to read Joe's...
Well, I might have Joe call in next week. You never know.
Well, you won't be here next week, so he won't be talking to you. He'll be talking to...
Well, I'm going to talk to him face-to-face.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can probably call in together. You can probably watch when you're at Gen Con on Facebook.com. RoyalRambleRadio.com.
You talking about me blowing?
I know. So Joe said, I don't think that we're at a point where we need... Let me try again. I don't think that we're at the point where we need that with AEW. I think that they being AEW, need to get the crowd to have a hunger for more of their promotion. I know the feeling right now is a fever pitch because it's new and alternative. A lot of people came from the New Japan Pro Wrestling crowd.
Yes.
But like Tristen says, that's me. If it's in the first 3 weeks, they don't keep him, it's going to be another 205 Live, which is amazing wrestling, but I don't care for it.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree.
I agree with that statement completely.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I used to watch 205 Live religiously.
Yes.
Until I almost said Nunzio. Until Enzo left. Sorry, wrong Italian.
So that's about the time I stopped watching, and then I stopped watching when Enzo left.
Yes, I totally agree. And I'm not going to say that the wrestling's going to be shit.
It's not.
It's just going to be another.
Hey, we're on Facebook. You can't say that.
I can't say.
No.
Okay, could I get a mulligan?
Can you get a mulligan, chat?
Okay, I'm going to get a mulligan.
Joe, does he get a mulligan?
I'm taking the mulligan.
No. Chat will decide.
No, I'm the real big deal Tristan Law. I don't have to do what the chat
and
tells me
I'm
to
your
do.
sports agent. We're doing that.
I don't have to do what the chat tells me
but
to do, Brian.
I do what you tell me.
Yeah, you do what I tell you to do.
No,
That's right.
you tell...
Okay. So
I need a freaking taquito.
I'm going to take the mulligan.
Okay, you get one.
Okay.
Right, Spider-Man?
So
Everyone gets one.
I don't think that the wrestling is going to be poop on AEW on Wednesday nights, whatever they decide to call the show.
Okay.
However, it could be like another 205 Live if it doesn't catch me, something I occasionally watch.
Okay, that makes sense.
I wanted to since we're on the top. Thank you very much for the mulligan, Joe. I want to read an article to everyone. It's from WrestleZone.com.
Is it story time with Tristan?
Yes, it's info on how many shows AEW will run per year and how often top talent will work. Now, this is interesting because you know how many shows WWE runs per year. They run one Monday Night Raw.
One Monday Night Raw.
Pull out your calculator.
I'm doing math here.
You can do math in your head?
Yeah.
Okay.
One Raw, one SmackDown.
Every week.
NXT.
Yep.
And they got 1 or 2 house shows.
Okay, so they have one Raw.
One Raw.
Every Monday, right?
Every Monday,
how
yes.
How many Raws is that? That's 52.
It's 52, yes.
Okay. And then they have one SmackDown every week. How many SmackDowns?
So we're at 104 shows already.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And you have a 205 Live.
So that is...
let's not count that, because that's down the back part of SmackDown.
I'm still going to count it because it's still people working it. So I'm going to say 156.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
And then you have your NXT.
So that is another...
hold
on. 208.
Okay. And then you have your 12 pay-per-views per year.
208. So that is 220.
And then you have your live events,
which we don't know how many are per year.
Yes. So you run a live event. If you're on Monday Night Raw, you go home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You're back in the road. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you do 4 live events.
So you're basically doing, if you're part of WWE talent, you're on the road. From what I've told, because they've said this before.
Thanks, Joe. Joe says about 208. It could be a little bit more.
It could be a little bit more. But they're on the road at least 300 days out of the year.
All right, so let's look at this.
So, go ahead.
With All Elite Wrestling finally announcing its official television start date. You all right, Brian?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You all right?
Oh.
You need a Halls?
No.
What do you need?
I need a doctor.
You need The Exorcist?
No. Nothing can exercise this.
All right, I'll keep reading.
Go ahead and keep reading.
With All Elite Wrestling finally announcing its official television start date on TNT.
Okay.
You all right, Brian?
Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead. Sorry.
Brian, do you always interrupt people during story time?
What?
Golly. Can I read?
Go ahead.
It's all right with you?
I'm going to mute my mic.
Okay, thank you. With All Elite Wrestling finally announcing its official television start date on... Brian, you sniffled! All right, we're going to start again. One last time. With All Elite Wrestling finally announcing its official television start date on TNT in October, we're starting to...
Here comes Mungo!
You're so annoying, Brian.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're
Sorry,
so
I
annoying.
had to. You egged it on.
The people want me to read.
All right, sorry. I'm sorry, chat. Let him read.
For
It's
those of
story
you
time.
just tuning in, we're talking about the information of how many shows AEW run per year, how often top talent work. This is taken from WrestleZone.com. With All Elite Wrestling finally announcing its official television start date on TNT in October, we're starting to get a good grasp of how the company will be structured going forward. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, there will be more shows than many have expected, considering they are not doing house shows initially and will only have television once per week. It is said that AEW's goal is to run over 100 shows per year, and even as high as 120. 4 of these will be pay-per-view events, while 51 will be live television. It's said that they will begin to have Saturday night house shows in the future, which will make up for the remaining shows. As far as top talent go, they're expected to work around 75 matches per year inside the promotion. They believe that will allow them to keep their in-ring ability at a high level while also giving them ample time to rest up and stay healthy throughout the year. What do you think about that, Brian?
So we're looking at less than 200 shows for the initial year.
Yep.
And the talent only working 75 of them.
Right.
This smells of Brock Lesnar.
But you know what? Like I always say, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. And if that's what they all negotiated,
If that's what they negotiated, then that's what they do. Simple as that.
Me though, man, like I don't know. Like for me, I'm just such a pro wrestler. You know, I want to wrestle every night. Granted, I don't get to do it every night. I get to do it at least twice on the weekend, sometimes 3 times in the weekend.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it'd be like to travel from place to place to place.
Yeah.
You know, every week as my regular job. But I don't know. Maybe it's not enough shows. I don't know. Maybe it's not enough to give you reps.
But you also look at the other content they have too. So you have less than 200 pro wrestling shows. So this is all wrestling shows.
Right.
All the other entertainment portion of AEW will be featured on, my assumption is going to be on YouTube with Being the Elite. It gives them all the backstage look and all that stuff. Road to like each of the pay-per-views. Cody and Brandy putting stuff up on their Twitter, which Cody did put up something interesting because he's a gamer nerd like most other people nowadays. He asked people to list their favorite Zeldas.
I saw that.
Yeah, I responded.
I'm going to present you with a question.
Shoot.
And I'm going to present all you guys in the chat on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube with
The
a question.
tube of you.
And if you're watching us, hit like, share, comment, follow, whatever it is that you got to press, just press.
Or host us on Twitch.
So here's what I'm going to ask.
Okay.
How do you feel about
Taco?
Burger King selling tacos? How do you feel? Honestly,
we had this conversation last week.
I have a point that I'm trying to make. How do you feel, guys?
No, sir,
and
I
girls?
don't like it.
It doesn't make sense to you,
It doesn't
right?
make sense to me.
So All Elite Wrestling is a professional wrestling show.
Correct.
They need to produce professional wrestling.
Correct.
And by them going on YouTube and producing like side content, I don't think that works for the brand.
Get that. Yeah. Is that the big?
That's Mike.
That's Mike. Yeah, get that out of here. Yeah, the Burger King tacos. Get that out of here.
But back to the All Elite Wrestling, AEW. I need to see the content that I'm seeing on the television. I don't want to see, okay, well, you know what? Since we're not going to give you all this content, this professional wrestling, we're going to give you additional content that's not wrestling on YouTube. It's good for growing the YouTube subscriptions.
Yes. The Burger King taco.
Steve Lodge was saying the Burger King taco as well.
I agree.
I had it one time. I can write.
All right.
I wouldn't write to home saying that I had the taco.
All right, gun to head right now.
Okay.
Burger King taco. You had one thing was going away before. So basically you had one last meal. These were your options.
Where am I going?
No, this is your last meal.
Where am I going?
This is your last meal.
Okay, it depends on where am I. If I'm going on a cruise, then
You're not going on a cruise.
Where am I going?
6 feet.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Last meal. Burger King taco. A buffalo chicken taquito. Or my wife's cooking. Go.
Okay, so it's your wife's cooking.
Yes.
It is a buffalo chicken
Buffalo chicken taquito.
From 7-Eleven.
Yes, only one though.
Only one?
Only one. That's what you get.
And the tacos.
One Burger King taco.
Okay.
What do you pick?
All right. So I'm going to start with the taco, and I'm sorry, not the taco, the taquito.
Okay.
I hate the buffalo chicken one. It's shit.
That's
I can't say poop. It's poop. It's doo-doo.
But that's the only one you get.
It's dude. I don't want it.
Then you don't get that. So
Cool.
it's the taco or Rose is cooking.
Man. I mean,
But you don't know what she's cooking.
Well, there's certain things I don't eat.
You don't know what she's cooking.
Okay. Wow.
So burger.
Okay, so give me the taco.
Okay.
Give me the taco. Sorry, Rose.
Okay.
I just like tacos.
That's fine. We all love tacos. Everyone loves tacos. Steve says, I already don't like that I know who the AEW execs are. The curtain is too open.
I agree.
I agree, too.
I agree. Do you need to know who the CEO of Walmart is and all the other executives of Walmart?
No.
You don't. Because from Steve's point of view, and this is just me interpreting what Steve's saying,
Yeah.
I think that by them focusing on all the executives, we're not focusing on the most important thing, and that's the wrestling.
Yeah.
But maybe that's because they don't have a professional wrestling weekly show right now. Maybe that's what we're getting. That's what we're getting.
Joel makes a good point. Maybe you could pivot your views a little bit. I think think of the AEW's YouTube product as WWE's live videos. I think they're similar and they function the same.
So, Joe, are you talking about the videos that are on the WWE YouTube or .com, or are you talking about videos that show up on the WWE Network? Because here's the way I look at it. The shows that show up, the extra content, the non-professional wrestling content,
Yeah.
your WB 24, your 365, those other type shows, photo shoot. They had a good photo shoot with Shane McMahon.
I actually did want to watch that.
Watch it.
I will watch it tonight.
I recommend it. Watch it.
I
I approve it.
All right, you got a Tristan stamp of approval there.
Those shows, I appreciate them.
Mm-hmm.
I like them because it makes my $9.99 per month feel like
much?
it's $9.99.
Okay.
It feels like it's worth it with the WWE Network.
Okay.
But like the extra stuff on YouTube, like I don't really catch that stuff.
So what we're going to do is you're going to sit down with me one day, and we're going to watch Being the Elite.
How long are these episodes?
12 minutes?
How many episodes are there?
100 and... We're going to watch one. We're not going to watch all of them. We're just going to watch one. There's like 150, I believe. I believe that's the number.
Steve has a good point. AEW will probably showcase various content on Bleacher Report Live.
I agree.
If it was a part of a package, like a free a package I would have to pay for,
Yeah.
I would probably pay for the package because I paid for Impact Plus.
Yeah, you did.
And
And look what happened there.
I don't anymore.
Yeah, exactly, because they don't put Slammiversary
But Joe
on
is
there.
saying not the network, the extra content on the internet,
Yeah,
like the
WWE
WWE.com.
content. Yeah, so
for me, I
like the
don't care.
backstage interviews and all that stuff.
I don't. You know why we don't watch a lot of those?
No, I don't. The only thing I've watched is when New Day won their titles, because that was something I wanted to see, their reaction and
Right.
the partying that they were
Right.
having, and Big E taking pancakes out of his singlet. That's just stupid funny. I'm
You
sorry.
know people eat the pancakes that come out of their singlet?
Because they're stupid.
Let me tell you,
Would you eat a pancake?
I love pancakes.
But I'm just saying, if you saw a pancake come out of Big E's singlet,
No,
chat, would you?
let me tell you, if it's coming out of Sasha Banks's trunks, I mean, eat it. Why not?
Where is she, by the way?
I don't know.
They keep referencing her on WWE TV.
Where?
The
haven't seen
best
that.
friend thing that she said that Alexa said to Bailey before Extreme Rules.
That was innuendo. They never mentioned her name.
It's still best friend. Who is Bailey's best friend?
I don't know. Maybe she has a best friend outside of wrestling.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. She has a sister named Brenda.
Okay, so Joe's saying with being the Elite, it's a way for them being AEW to communicate with their fans while they were in the New Japan promotion.
Yes, that is correct.
So let me ask this: was being the Elite a thing before AEW was a thing?
Yes. So they announced.
okay.
So one of the running gimmicks that they had on Being the Elite was, at the time, the Bucks and Cody's contracts were ending midnight this past year.
Right.
So 12/31/2018 at midnight.
Right.
So they had the gimmick was they had a counter. Are you farting?
No, I'm taking my shoes off.
Okay, which means you're farting.
Oh.
They had a counter, and the big running joke was everyone had a counter except for two people, Hangman Adam Page and Marty Scurll.
Right.
And there was a running gimmick also that Scurll was having a New Year's Eve party, trying to invite everyone, and no one was going to show up.
My feet stink.
Yeah, they do. I smell it. Put your shoes back on. Gee. So,
Sorry.
They announced the creation of AEW 12/1/2019. I think that was the official announcement date. I don't remember, but they announced it on Being the Elite.
So let me make sure I understand this.
Yes.
So before All In, there was a Being the Elite thing.
Yes.
Look what the hell I know.
You're going to have to watch this. You know what? You have homework.
You know what? Okay,
You have homework.
What? I'm going to watch it. However, you're not going to be here next week, so I love when my teacher's not here next week. I mean, at the next class, so I don't have to watch it.
No, you're doing it.
But
I'll ask you questions.
You don't know. I'm changing the number next week.
No, you're not.
You're not going to be able to call.
Really?
It's going to be 609.
910.
Nope.
687.
Nope. It's going to be something else next week.
Yeah, I have the access to it. It's not happening.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 1/1/2019. Correct, Joe. Yeah, so it was 1/1/2019. Unless I said 2018.
You said 12/1.
I'm dyslexic.
So
I'm sorry.
What? You know what? Based on what Joe is telling me, based on what Steve and everybody else in the chat is saying, I am going to be open-minded, and I'm going to add into my wrestling repertoire being the elite.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
Because you know what? I do watch a lot of YouTube. You know, I watch a lot of educational things on YouTube. Like I watched a video of like the New York City trains, and it's just like somebody with a camera in the front of the train. You just watch and go from stop to stop. What? What do you watch on YouTube? Video game stuff?
I actually watch wrestling stuff, number one.
Oh, okay.
I watch Being the Elite. I watch The Nightmare Family. I watch Road to All Out, Road to All In, Road to Fighter Fest. I watched all of that. Hell, I watch our good friends at Capital Wrestling as well.
Well, I watch that on the Fight.tv.
Well, I watch them on YouTube and Fight, so I double dip.
Okay.
I'm better than you.
I do have something I want to say to you about Capital Wrestling.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that.
So, Joe just dropped
that is
the
right.
link.
Episode 1 was 3 years ago.
So, okay, so I guess I got a lot of work to do then.
You can start.
Oh, I'm going to binge watch it.
Binge watch it because it's all on the Being Elite YouTube page.
Okay.
If you haven't subscribed to it. It's really good stuff. And subscribe to us as well on YouTube. Share it. Share us on Twitch. Subscribe on Twitch. Share us on Facebook.
So did you watch this week's most recent episode of Capital Wrestling?
Actually, it's in my queue to watch tonight, and I know Sonny Kisses wrestling.
No, that's next episode.
Okay, so this one was the tag team.
No, this is the one where they debuted the new belt.
Oh, the Undead belt.
Yes. Did you see the belt?
Yes. I saw the belt. Yes.
So okay, so for those of you that do not watch Capital Wrestling, our good friend Steve James, friend of the show, who is the voice of Capital Wrestling,
the only voice of Capital Wrestling. You forget that, Harry.
He hangs out with us from time to time here in the studio.
He'll be here next week filling in for me because I don't trust Tristen with the buttons.
Yeah, whatever. But they have a new belt.
Yep.
And it's not really a traditional belt.
No, it's not.
It's kind of like the 24/7 championship because it's only defended at night.
Yeah.
But on the belt, there is a light fixture.
Yes.
You know, like a light fixture, the one where you pull the string?
Let me. It's a chandelier. It's a...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, one of those.
Okay.
That's there. They have forks. Yep, there's forks on the belt.
Basically what Zach Amico used in his match.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's also barbed wire on the belt.
So basically what was in Zach Amico's death match.
Yeah.
That they had at Ready or Not.
So that's there.
Not Ready or Not, I'm sorry. What was the...
Last Stop?
Last Stop, yep. No, not Last Stop.
Nope, it was whatever.
It was the Mania, I forget. And
yeah,
I
whichever
apologize,
show was
Steve.
WrestleMania weekend.
Yes.
But yeah, that belt was very different.
I'm trying to find it right now because I think we have an image.
If I had that belt, at least I know that I would always be prepared. Because sometimes when you go places and you're like, oh, do you have a fork? You have 3 forks in the belt.
That is true.
Yeah. It's a good chastity belt because of the barbed wire on front. You could protect your front parts. Yeah.
Okay.
You see, like back in the day, Brian, when you were chasing women, you're married now. You don't do those things anymore. I don't do those things anymore either.
I know you don't.
But like back in
I think she'd kill you.
Back in the day when you were chasing women, the women could put that on their fronts. It's a good chastity belt.
I didn't chase them. They chased me.
Oh, so maybe you could put on your front.
I don't need to put on my front. Please.
But yeah, that belt's very interesting. So I'm interested to see what else Capital Wrestling has to do.
I want that belt.
You don't want that belt.
I want that belt.
You don't want that.
I want that belt.
I don't think you're a hardcore kind of guy. Maybe hardcore music, but Brian, I don't think you're about that smoke, man.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. Tristen, I can't wait to see. Joel says, Tristen, I can't wait to see till you see why. Two Cold Scorpio has a fun little gimmick with the word Snickers.
Why does he poop? Oh, that's something on Being the Elite?
Yeah, it is.
So I have to watch.
You have to watch. I'm not going to spoil the finish for that one.
Okay, so fine. I'm going to watch.
Yeah, but SCU has good gimmick, has an amazing gimmick on there. They do the worst. Well, I'm not going to spoil it. You need to watch it.
I don't need to watch it.
No, you're watching it. You have no choice in the matter.
Wow, you're just so pushy tonight.
I'm pushy, yeah.
First, you're begging Sonny Kiss to come on the show, and then you're telling me what I'm going to do?
You should. I'm telling you, you should watch Being the Elite. Even the chat's saying it. You should watch Being the Elite.
I'm going to watch it. I already said I'm going to watch it, bro.
It's done.
That's it.
Okay.
But you won't be here next week, so I don't have to watch it until the week after.
You're going to have to. No, you have so much to catch up with.
Like what?
150-something episodes?
It can't be that many episodes.
Chad, how many episodes is it?
I don't know. Maybe I can go find out after the show, Brian?
Maybe. We'll see. By the way, if you are a fan of SRG Universe, if you're interested in seeing SRG, right after us on twitch.tv/SRG Universe, they are having their arena, which is going to be their matches for their online league, which your boy right here.
Is going to go get his ass kicked again?
No, I'm not. Absolutely not.
I'm just asking because I don't
know.
No,
I'm not.
I heard you're the number one jabroni jobber, slash,
They're actually starting in less than 2 minutes, so go check them out. They just went live, too. Damn it, South.
Yeah, I heard you're the, I like to put people over kind of guy.
Well, I want to promote the game, too, so I'm putting people over. That's what people do. You put the new people over.
Wow, Brian.
Yeah, I've become a Cassius Ono.
You learned a lot from me.
Huh?
I said you learned a lot from me.
I know, right?
But you always got to put yourself over first.
I do. I try to.
So what else? So what you got going on this weekend, Brian?
So this weekend I'll be up in Albany, Troy, New York for one of my friends. She has a pageant this weekend.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I'm excited to see. I've never been to one.
To what kind of pageant?
Beauty pageant. It's called Miss.
It's like a Miss America type deal. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have a buffet at the end that you can participate in.
I can't participate in buffets.
Why not?
I can't eat buffets.
Oh my God, I love buffets.
I did too when I was bigger.
Me too. Oh my God, let me tell you, I need to be like I should be like 1 million pounds.
I should be a lot fatter too, but I'm not. And then Sunday is rest day before the week of Gen Con commences. But it's and then Monday I pick up a friend of the show and person you went back and forth with a couple of times on Royal Rumble Radio on Facebook, Chris McMillan.
Oh, cool.
He is flying up. I pick him up from Stewart Airport at 9:30.
Oh, great. Now everybody knows where you're going to be. Great.
That's fine. Come find me.
Now you want to have people finding you,
Come
Brian.
find me. You know, Stewart,
you don't keep anything secret, do you? Just give everybody your address. Go ahead. Don't do that.
1616 Mockingbird Lane.
What's 1616 Mockingbird Lane?
That's the Munsters.
Oh.
You didn't watch the Munsters?
You know they have a new Munsters movie coming out?
I'm not watching it.
I might.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So-
I protested in The Lion King.
So for me this week, I probably got nothing much really going on. I might end up at a show in Rockland County.
You may.
I'm not really booked for it, but I might just show up.
Just show up.
You know, I'm doing a special show at a summer camp
Ooh.
tomorrow. Robbie E is running a show at a summer camp, so I'll be there wrestling on that show tomorrow.
Nice.
And then I'm actually getting ready to go to Toronto in 2 weeks.
Which I did want to tell you something, but OWE will be in Toronto next weekend.
Who's the OWE?
Oriental Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
They will be there as well. I
Doing that
believe
weekend?
Saturday. Yes.
You know what? Maybe I'll go check it out.
Please
But I am going to Toronto because your boy Big Tris got a new niece.
Mazel.
What does that mean?
Mazel tov. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations to me. So I'm going to Toronto to go see my new niece. Her name is Mackenzie. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go see SummerSlam and possibly...
I would say go to
NXT.
OWE. I would say go to OWE. It's a different...
You've seen it before?
So the benefit of being the Elite, they showcased a lot of their stuff there too.
I see what you did. You just tied everything into me watching Being the Elite. So now I have to watch Being in the Elite after I go to this OWE thing. Or if I don't go to this OWE thing.
Exactly.
I might be upset that I didn't go.
Exactly.
Huh. Brian, you're smart.
I am smart. Anyway, it is 9 o'clock on that wonderful dial, so that means it is time for Tristen to go to bed or go get his taquitos.
Yeah.
It's 11 of 7 time, I think. What do you guys think?
I think so as well, too. Hey, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us tonight while we're in the other studio.
We'll be back next week in The original. Well,
You having pronoun problems, pal.
Well, I'm just saying, us as a show will be back.
Oh, okay, yes. We, Royal Ramble Radio, will be back next week in Studio C.
SB.
Uh-huh.
And we will have David Lee from Dave Knows Wrestling.
That's right.
And we'll have Stephen James, the voice of Capital Wrestling. Only voice of Capital Wrestling.
What if we change the address and don't tell Dave where we're going and it's just me and Steve?
Dave works here.
Damn, Dave's so smart.
He is smart. He knows a lot. He knows everything. He knows wrestling, and he knows comics, too.
Oh, and those are his YouTube pages. But, hey, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, let's go ahead and follow us. If you're on Facebook Live right now, get a friend to like us. Why not?
Yeah.
The more, the merrier. If you're on Twitch, hey, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks to Mike. I know who you are.
Obviously, you know who he is. You said who he was earlier,
I blew his gimmick already. I'm sorry.
You did. But if you're watching on Twitch, thanks for watching us.
Thank you, and thank you for watching us on Facebook, too. Joe.
Because Twitch is a video game thing.
Yes, it is.
And, people are not only watching video games on Twitch, they're watching additional content. And we are a part of that additional content.
We are a part of that additional content.
Yeah.
So, you put yourself over. I put myself over.
Definitely, you could follow us at Royal Ramble. Go to RoyalRambleRadio.com, and you can see all of our social media
All
there.
social media's right there.
But you can follow me at The Real Big Trist. I like to live tweet doing Raw and SmackDown and other pay-per-views.
Which we did do during Raw this year. We got some responses.
Yeah. So
I got like 5 new followers.
Oh, did you really?
I did. At SAOPOZOU.
Well, the only reason people followed you was because The Real Big Trist. That's my Twitter handle, The Real Big Trist. It's because I sent people to you. I said, hey, this is my friend Bryan. I feel bad for him. Can you play with him, please?
Thank you for the follow on Twitch there, Joe. I appreciate it.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. Now subscribe. Damn it. If you want to subscribe on Twitch as well, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. We're going to work on some emotes, too.
Oh, cool. I don't know what that means.
I'll explain to you during our 11 to 7 chat.
Okay, cool. No problem.
All right. With that, you could have been anywhere else, but you're here with us today, and we thank you for that. We will see you guys. I won't see you. I'll see you in 2 weeks. You'll see Tristen next week with David Lee. And we will leave with one of the greatest songs in the world. This is for you, Bombada.